I am jamming out. Yes, I always am jamming out to my intro. Come on. Hello, welcome to this stream. If you're new here, I know you're confused. We all are every single day. And, you know, we just rejoice in this confusion in my streams. But hi, I'm Fearsona. You can call me Sona, and I'm your friendly neighborhood true crime VTuber here to give you full body chills. Today, we are watching body cam footage, or well, police station footage of suspects who outsmarted the detectives. Are we smarter than the detectives on average? No, we're not, because they have tricks and they offer you drinks, and they have the good cup, bad cup strategy. I don't think anyone can beat the bad cup strategy. So yes, this is what we're watching today. Joshua, hello, thank you so much for the super. Hi Sona, I got your cup yesterday. It's fantastic. I did see your message. I responded in the chat, but yeah, I did see your message. That's great. I'm super glad that you love it, and yeah, I hope that everyone gets their cups very soon, or already, you know, I hope that you guys got your cups. Hi Imona, hello, hi. Welcome. Dino, thank you so much for being here. When Fearsona, when chat outsmarts Sona, LA. Hey, okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. But hi, thank you so much for tuning in. And I have a special announcement for my Patreon members. You guys, I just uploaded a new secret wallpaper. So secret wallpaper number 2. Let me just pull it up. Let me pull it up. Where is it? Where is it? I just had it. I just had it. What? I just had it. I just had the thingy. Oh, okay, got it. Wait. No. Almost deleted something. Okay. Let me just pull it up here so that you guys can see it. Well, not the wallpaper per se, but here we go. So we have a new secret wallpaper, this time number 2, and it does have 2 versions. It has safe for work version and a NSFW version for my platinum, ruby, and diamond tiers, but the safe for work version is available for gold tiers as well. So platinum, ruby, and diamond get 2 wallpapers, so 2 different versions, and gold tier gets 1 version. So you guys go patreon.com/Fearsona, go check it out. Bunny Sona, yes, it is Bunny Sona. I did promise you guys, like, I think it was like a while ago, but I did promise you guys that I would get an artwork with like bunny costume. So here it is. There is a bunny costume indeed. Oh my, girl, you can't show me this and not expect me to reach for my debit card. You guys, only if you can afford it, only if you are financially able to. If you're not, please don't worry, save your wallet, hide your wallets, you know, put it away, enjoy streams that are free here on YouTube. But yeah, Patreon does have bonus streams, bonus content. As you can see, it has wallpapers with the new design, so shh, because that's still secret, okay? That is still secret. So please just make sure not to post this design or this wallpaper on social media just yet, at least until my debut, my official debut with the new design. So yes, this is the new Fearsona featured on the wallpaper. Girl, wait. Hi, hey Katsuya, hi. Also, I just wanted to acknowledge that Katsuya is an absolute MVP in the Project Zomboid community server. Like, this guy knows everything, and he does everything, and he's just like built our whole base and gathered everything. And I lost 1 car. I found another one, but I did lose 1 truck. So 1 track is lost. And I'm pretty sure I died because, yeah, I was like I woke up in the car. Like, you know, like I logged back into the game. I woke up in the car and I was surrounded by zombies. So I think the car is lost. Melissa, hello. And Rune, hi. Hi, welcome to the stream. And Fabian, praise for Ketsuya. Exactly, praise for Ketsuya. Absolutely, 100%, because it's incredible. It is incredible every single time. You guys, if you want to join our community server, yeah, it is available on Patreon for, yeah, gold and up tiers. Jose, thank you so much for being a member for 25 months. In the immortal words of Johnny Bravo, whoa, mama. Oh my God. Oh, Johnny Bravo. That was a good cartoon. Not to mention, by the way, like, you guys know that he was kind of like, oh, he was just playing a playboy. Like, yeah, he was, but then, like, he wasn't really dating anyone. But yeah, he was cute. You know what? But like, if you understand that he was really like trying hard. He tried hard. I can like appreciate his effort, even though he sometimes failed. But there's this one episode. Okay. Do you guys know that Johnny Bravo was a virgin? Not that anything is wrong with that, but there's nothing wrong with that. But there is an episode in Johnny Bravo series that he ends up on an island with like all those like Amazonian, I don't know, Amazonian-esque tribe of women, right? And then they want to sacrifice him to the goddess, like to the volcano. And the lady who is about to sacrifice him, she does announce like, oh, we sacrifice this virgin to you. And everyone's like, hold up, what? Okay. Okay, you guys, this was a good show. It was a good show. Also, I just saw that Joshua sent another super chat. Thank you so much. Fearsona is so cute. Yeah, thank you. The wallpaper is adorable. Well, I mean, adorable. It is kind of spicy. It is a little bit spicy, but the wallpaper is great. The illustration is just beautiful. The artist is super, super talented and amazing. And I'm really happy with how the illustration turned out. So you guys check it out. IDK Bacon, he really is. Meanwhile, Baxter and I are just stumbling around with each other, getting bit and having to kill each other. Yeah, I did log in when you guys were there. I think I saw Ketsuya for sure. I saw Baxter for sure. And I did chat with you guys a little bit, right? Like, and then I just went, I told you guys like, oh, I'm going to explore the city. This is exactly the part when I disappeared in mysterious circumstances because I just disappeared and I got killed by zombies. So I just got frustrated and I logged out. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna return. I'm gonna come back later because this just upset me. And yeah, I saw you too. Yeah, exactly. So I just went. I perished because zombies just killed me. Oh, wait, plot twist. Wait. Wow. Okay. So the first stream, Renai. Smile. I never know what face to make. Just woke up with a hangover, or I'm trying to smile like smile dog JPEG. Like I don't know. I don't even know how to replicate that. Wait, did something happen? What? Did something happen? Wait, did I miss something? Old Cartoon Network was the best. It was the best. It was really the best. Like they did have, I remember the oh god, the kids, the Tree Clan. Oh god, I forgot what was the title of this? Tree something kids. Wait, Cartoon Network. Kids Tree. Fuck, I forgot what club. Oh, I love that cartoon, but I fucking forgot what the name was. Wait. If it's buffering for you guys, I suggest that you refresh the browser. Sometimes it's just like kind of stupid. I don't know why. YouTube is kind of being stupid. It is buffering for me. No! You guys, no! It's buffering? Shit. But yeah, you guys can definitely refresh your browser. I think... Oh, your stream was buffering for some of us. I think you guys like when that happens, because I know that it's like it's happening. I don't know if it's happening on YouTube side. It's possibly happening on like YouTube side, or because my internet is fine. Like it's and it also, oh god, I can't speak today. And it also buffers for some people. Like some of you guys are like, oh yeah, no, it's not buffering for me, and some of you guys go, yeah, it's buffering for me. So I think it's like YouTube, or maybe it was buffering for everyone this time. Johnny Bravo did not like being called a virgin and killed the stream because of it. No! Johnny Bravo came back from behind the grave, and yeah, because I'm pretty sure like when the show ended, to me it's like, oh yeah, he died. Yeah, it's okay, it's working properly now. Okay, that's good, but yeah, sometimes it's like, it's so weird. Either it's OBS, either it's my internet connection, or it's YouTube, or it's something, and yeah, it's a lot of things. But yeah, what's happening this week? So we have, we have 3 streams this week. I'm sorry that it's a little bit less than last week. Last week we had like 4 or 5, I don't remember, but yeah, we have, like, I'm not gonna stream as much this week because I have so many things, behind the scenes, especially this month in preparation for my 3D debut, which is gonna happen next month. I believe in like second half of June, and I'm still battling like the setup, and I'm still trying to follow up with artists, like different commissions for the debut, and trying to like figure things out. So that takes me quite a bit of work. And I'm also trying to like draw behind the scenes, draw like new design, just kind of build up my portfolio. So it does take me a while. So this week we have body cam footage today. Then we have a case on Patreon, and that's going to be on Saturday as usual. So 6 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday. If you are a Patreon member, you're going to have access to that stream. And then we're going to be back. Fearsona is going to be back with another furry crime. So crimes committed in the furry community. So we have another case, and I think this time it will be a smelly case, and it's gonna be disgusting, and it's gonna be really disgusting, because the last one was like, okay, well, yeah, it was very disturbing, it was, it was pretty crazy, but the upcoming one, it's gonna lean into like more disturbing / disgusting area, or like just brace yourselves, don't eat during the stream. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, guys, I think it's back. Wait, I'm back. Had to refresh twice, but it seems to be working now. Okay, Brian, thank you so much, and I'm glad that it's working, but I don't know I have no idea. God, I can't speak today. I have no idea what's happening with the stream. Like, sometimes it happens, I have no idea if it's like YouTube side, or is it on my end, or is it on YouTube's end? Yeah, it happens. Don't eat before stream on Sunday, you guys. Yes, do not eat before or during the stream on Sunday. Well, you can eat, I think you can eat before the stream. You can eat before the stream, but I would suggest do not eat during the stream, because the case will be crazy. And the Patreon one, honestly, the Patreon one also, I might suggest not eating during the stream for the Patreon case. Just had fruit, so I'm not going to eat anything now. Oh no, I think today it's fine. Today we're just watching videos, police videos of, people or suspects who turned out to be secret geniuses. They turned out to be smarter than the actual detective. So let's go. You know what? Let's go. Let's get right into it. Let's watch some videos and count the number of oi that I'm gonna say. Okay, let me just check if it's working. Okay. Cool. So yeah, we're watching videos from the Dr. Insanity channel, some of the recordings from the police. So let's go. Let's watch this.
Okay. I've been through the system, buddy. I know how it works.
I know you have.
You're not my friend.
Yes,
all you're trying to get is some stupid ass confession, and you're not gonna get one.
Oh, he says it how it is. Oh,
On a seemingly regular evening in 2011, alarm bells began to sound itself in a local 7-Eleven. Reports of an armed robbery began flooding into the local police department. But upon arrival at the scene, the suspect was nowhere to be found. After expanding the search, that's when it's assumed police heard commotion in a house nearby. And without any other leads, they stormed in, discovering a known heroin addict sitting inside with a gun. Without any other evidence, they arrested the man and brought him to be interviewed. The so-called addict was Jeff Pearson, the man who committed the robbery. And the following goes down in history as one of the only times a man single-handedly beat the cops at their own game.
Wow.
All that while experiencing horrific heroin withdrawals.
What? Okay, plot twist. Oh my god. Okay, so he still outsmarted detectives while just going through a, withdrawal.
This
Impressive.
is what happens when the suspect outsmarts the cop. The next 24 hours were captured on police cameras within the interview room. But
Sorry.
conversely to most footage similar to this, it was originally uploaded to the suspect's own YouTube channel on the 25th of September 2011. This is the first sign of what makes Jeff a cult figure and a legend within the interrogation.
Oh, wait, the legend of Jeff. Hey! Wait, is that Jeff the talking mongoose? The legend of Jeff, the dude who outsmarted a police interrogation in a viral video. Interesting. Wait, let me just do something. One thing. None, and also, no, I just have to. Okay. All right. A clip of street smart Georgia addict holding his own against police manipulation shows how easily the law can force a false confession. Interesting. What? The furious litigation of policing, its history and its flaws in 2020 is casting a glaring light on the myriad ways cops can rig the system against people, whether it's in the killing of an innocent person like Breonna Taylor or the everyday oppression of prejudice traffic stops. Well, interesting. Also, Bacon, you still haven't gotten YouTube Premium, have you? No. Listen here. No, you know what? I have no excuse. I have no explanation. I can't. Yeah, I have nothing. I'm sorry. I know. It gets busy, and I get distracted, and then I forget, and then it's like, oh, yep, we have ads again. Whoops. All right. Back to the video.
Community. Jeff was held in police custody for almost an entire day, but all of the footage from the 3 interrogation sessions held barely 15 minutes. Given that robbery and arrest took place within the state of Georgia, the usual minimum sentence would be around 10 years imprisonment, ranging up to a maximum of life without parole. But it would transpire that Jeff wouldn't end up doing a minute of this time.
Ooh,
and instead of serving multiple decades behind bars, he spent a day being served drinks and candy while delivering a masterclass in what to do while in police custody. The following footage shows
Okay, we're gonna learn something.
us in stunning detail what methods the cops will try on you and how to dodge them like an absolute pro. The footage starts with Jeff handcuffed in a small windowless room dressed in prison scrubs. It's clear he's already been processed and spent some time in a cell, likely while the cops spent some time gathering the evidence and prepared to question him.
Am I under arrest?
For now.
I'm under arrest?
Yeah, I'll explain everything, but before I explain myself to you, before we talk to each other, I need to read your rights, okay?
What am I under arrest for?
Well, like I said, I need to read your rights first. Obviously, the charge is robbery, okay?
Jeff immediately opens by asking if he's under arrest and on what grounds. From the first moment, it's evident that Jeff has done his research, as this is exactly what you should be doing in this situation.
Yeah, because like they have to tell you what if you're arrested, if you're under arrest, and what you're under arrest for, right? Because if it's like they can't just hold you like, oh, you're under arrest, but like, okay, what for? We don't know, or like, yeah. Then you're like, well, if you don't know what I'm under arrest for, then you can't keep me here, or like you can keep me for what 48 hours if anything, or 24 hours, I think, and then you have to release me because like you don't even know what the charges are. Okay.
From here, there are 2 options. If you're not being arrested or detained, you can state that you're also not obligated to stay and answer questions. And you should be completely free to leave the interrogation. If you are being arrested, you can then immediately ask for a lawyer and stay silent until you're provided with one. These options give you the best chance of stopping the police in their tracks and allow you to create the best defense.
They put the finger to the mouth and go, But yeah, always ask for a lawyer. If it's like sketchy stuff, you didn't do nothing, just ask for a lawyer, or like, yeah, or simply leave if you're not under arrest. But if you are, then yeah, then just don't say nothing.
Defense possible. What's amusing is that when you're being arrested in America, the officer is actually legally obligated to remind you of this. Take a listen to the Miranda warning that this detective reads out to Jeff.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to the lawyer for advice before we question you. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer and you want one, a lawyer will be provided for you. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you'll still have the right to stop answering questions at any time. Does that make sense? You've probably heard these before, haven't you?
These 3 points are incredibly...
So he shouldn't be answering this now. Like, even this. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to a lawyer. You have the right to stop answering. And he's just like...
important and are often overlooked by the average citizen due to the...
See, I'm sorry for pausing, but see what he did there? He was just like, oh, you've heard it before, haven't you? The Miranda rights. Because he wants him to say like, oh, yeah, I have. Which means like, oh, I've been convicted, I've been arrested before. So I have a history, but he doesn't really say anything.
You've probably heard these before, haven't you?
See?
These 3 points are incredibly important and are often overlooked by the average citizen due to the panic of being arrested in the first place. Alongside this, because of how much we hear these lines in media such as police shows and movies, most people completely glaze over it when they're being read these rights and fail.
Yeah, no one pays attention. Pay attention to the Miranda rights. Just shut the fuck up. That's it.
To take into account that they're actually being provided with useful information that allows you to stay safe and protected while in police custody. What this detective didn't mention, though, is that if you ask for a lawyer while under arrest, they are not allowed to continue questioning, and you have...
Yeah, he's gonna play that card. So now I'm making all the notes just in case. I'm taking all the notes just in case. Just in case. No one is saying, you guys. Also, my voice is a toaster. You guys, no one is saying that any of you are gonna break the law or you are planning to break the law. Don't. But also, it doesn't hurt to remember how to behave in a situation that's, like you never know what kind of situation you're gonna find yourself in. And I'm not saying it's gonna be a rightful arrest or anything like that you're gonna commit a crime. But if you're wrongly arrested, then you know what to do. Or you're gonna learn today. Yeah. But what if we have to? You mean, what if you have to commit crimes? Or what if you have to be in this situation and have to learn how to do this? Well, if you have to commit a crime, I guess depends on what crime. Like if it's a, yes. If you have to commit crime, I have no answer for that. Wow, okay. My brain is glitching. I am the law. Well, I would prefer that you didn't, preferably don't commit crimes. I know there are absolutely very special circumstances. You might, crazy scenarios and special circumstances in which you are forced to do something illegal. Avoid it as much as possible. Just don't go there. But I acknowledge that there might be, I don't know, if your grandma or great aunt Harriet is abducted and, and you are at to find yourselves in a shootout with the abductors and you shoot someone, but you shot someone in self-defense and also to rescue your great aunt Harriet that you love with all your heart. I think that's okay. Sona said don't do crime. Her word is law. My word is law here in this chat, so don't. Okay. The right to counsel under the US Constitution is actually a fairly simple concept. If you are charged with a crime for which you face potential time in jail, then you have the constitutional right to have a lawyer to assist you in your defense. And if you can't afford to hire a lawyer on your own, then the government must provide you with a qualified attorney at public expense. Yes.
Have a complete, unquestionable right to refuse to answer any questions they may ask until you're provided with an attorney. The detective also ends the rights with a snide remark about Jeff's past, meant to subconsciously remind him that he is a previously convicted criminal.
Do you understand your rights? Do you understand your rights, Jeff? Yes
Nice.
or no?
Nice.
You understand?
Nice.
We're getting paid more than you are, so we can sit here for a long time, man.
I just need you to answer me yes or no. Do you understand your rights? Let's get through that question. Do you understand what I read you? Do you comprehend
Sorry.
what I read you?
Jeff has been explicitly told he has the right to remain silent, so that's exactly what he's deciding to do. Right here, the leading detective leans back in his chair. This was meant to show that he's unconcerned with Jeff's silence, and that he can stay there as long as necessary. But body language like this usually indicates some form of unrest. It's clear that the detective knows that this is going to be a tricky few hours for them.
If you got something that says you didn't do this robbery, this is your chance to talk to us.
He's like,
You're
no.
a good cop.
You did a good job.
Usually I'm the prick.
You look like the prick.
I am.
If it's dominance we're talking about, Jeff just took everything the cops had and dumped it in that garbage can.
I'm not asking if you want to talk to me at this point. I just want to know, do you understand what I read to you?
That's all my under arrest.
Yes, you're under arrest.
Get me back to the cell. I don't talk to you, motherfucker.
Okay, fair enough.
Nice.
In this first round of interrogation, Jeff exhibited exactly the correct behavior given his current circumstances. He knows the cops have nothing on him. They wouldn't be there talking to him in the first place if they did. So he stays silent. And so it's off back to his cell he goes. But 2 hours later, he's brought back to the same room for round 2.
You wanted a Coke?
Yeah.
You gonna be able to pop it open, or you need me to?
I need methadone.
You need methadone?
Yeah, you guys can get me that methadone.
I need methadone. Well, I mean, very honest, like, dude, I need my methadone.
I don't have any. Do you have
I was like, oh, do you have any? I was like, nope.
medication for it, or a prescription for it? Or?
Oh, because methadone is also a pain medication. It's a very strong pain medication. I've been watching House MD, and I've learned that it's stronger and a little bit more dangerous. I mean, definitely more dangerous than Vicodin. So yeah, you know, it's highly addictive too. But it is used in medical treatment, especially in like pain treatment. Look at me being smart after watching 6 seasons of House MD. I'm on season 7. Okay.
What do you need methadone for?
Cause I'm a fucking junkie, and you guys, I can't get no methadone. I'm gonna go through withdrawal here in a minute.
A can of soda is all Jeff requested before he returned to the interrogation room. But he immediately mentions the withdrawals that he's likely already starting to feel. However, methadone, the drug Jeff asked for at the start of this conversation, can be used to significantly reduce the effects of the withdrawal. It can even reduce the cravings
that too. Yeah, that makes sense.
he's also probably been experiencing for the entire time he's been in police custody.
How long you been using heroin?
Long time, buddy.
10 years? 15 years?
Just raise both of your
I've
hands.
been alive that long. What are you trying to talk to me about here?
Talk to you about what happened last night. Look, here's the deal. Either you're in a bad set of circumstances, or you went and committed an armed robbery last night.
Yeah, I'm in a shitty, wrong place at wrong time, obviously. I didn't commit no fucking armed robbery.
All right, then let's talk about this. Let's
I don't
not
have
keep
nothing.
up
I
the
don't talk
act.
to the police, man.
Whoa.
Jeff is clearly through with the personal talk and wants to get back to the matter at hand. In his
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say this. I love his tone. Like, he's just like, I don't talk to no police, man. Just, I know that he's going through, you know, like he's going through withdrawal. So that's, you know, that might be part of it. But yeah, like he seems like super calm for the situation.
eyes, he's been arrested for something he didn't do and wants to get out of there as quickly as possible.
Okay.
I've been through the system, buddy. I know how it
you
works.
have. I know you have,
You're
Jeff.
not my friend.
I'm not your friend.
You're trying
Nice.
to fucking get me.
Yes.
You're
No, I'm not trying to get
all
you.
you're trying to get
Of
is
course
some
you
fucking
do.
stupid ass fucking confession, and you're not gonna get one.
Jeff, I'm not going to get a confession out of you for nothing.
Exactly,
amazing.
because I
And I'm
didn't do
not trying to
nothing.
get a
Oh,
confession out
also
of you.
Raiders, welcome Raiders. Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you so much. Please check out Ryan's channel too, and welcome all the Raiders. You guys, we are watching some police footage of suspects outsmarting the detectives. That's what we're watching today.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't commit no armed robbery, and y'all ain't got no fucking evidence saying I did. Let me go. All you did is find me sitting in my buddy's house because my fucking buddy's dog's going ape shit. I go outside, there are cops everywhere, and they spotlight me. They say, "Come here." I say, "What's up?" They search me. They ain't find
Hang on.
nothing. What's
Let
up?
me read this.
No.
Yes.
Because I'm not gonna sign it.
You don't have to sign it.
Oh yeah, don't sign anything. Don't write any confession. Don't sign any papers. Like if you're innocent, if you're guilty, you know what? I mean, if you're guilty too. Like because first, like even if you're guilty, you still have the right to a lawyer. So don't sign nothing. Don't say nothing. Yeah, that's it.
So let me read it for you.
I'm
Okay.
not signing nothing.
You don't have to sign it.
The irony of this cop saying he's not trying to get Jeff while he
Of
has
course
him
he is.
handcuffed in an interrogation room questioning him is very amusing. But even through all this, every part of what Jeff said here is so perfect it almost sounds rehearsed. It's an incredible display of personal legal defense, and is even more impressive when you layer it with the fact that Jeff is almost definitely starting to experience withdrawals. I also want to highlight the point Jeff made about how cops are simply trying to force a confession out of him. One of the main techniques used in these interrogations is the read technique, developed by a former cop and psychologist in the 1960s after he extracted a confession from a man accused of murdering his own wife.
Ryan, thank you so
The
much. Hope
technique
you have a great
consists
stream
of 9
tonight. Thank you. I
steps,
hope you
beginning
had a
with
great
a polite
stream.
discussion about why the suspect is being accused of the crime, followed by using certain body language and actions within the interrogation as a display of guilt. The method ends with offering the suspect 2 alternative statements they can agree with, one of which is slightly more acceptable than the other, but whichever is chosen admits guilt.
Oh. We've seen this in the other interrogation, like the lady whose like partner killed her clients. Like she was a bank employee, right? And the partner like went and killed 2 of her clients because she was also embezzling money from them. And I remember the cop saying something like, "Oh, maybe you didn't know what he was gonna do. Like, yeah, he did it, but maybe you just didn't know. Like, you gave him the information, but you didn't know what he was really gonna do, right? Like, you didn't think that he would do something like that, right?" And she's like, yeah, exactly. It's like that's how he got God. Oh my God! Like, you're done, lady. You're done.
And is counted as a confession. This method forces the suspect into a corner and is exceedingly good at extracting false confessions from innocent suspects. In fact, the original case that technique was formed around fell apart after discovering that the man, in fact, did not kill his wife
Wow.
and was tricked into giving a false confession. Absolutely next level gaslighting.
She
Tell me what
did
happened
self-confess.
Plain and simple. Your side of the story.
I'm not talking to you.
Don't say nothing.
All right. This is
I
what I
told
don't
you this
understand.
was- I told you
I
this
know,
was
but
gonna
this is what I don't understand, Jeff. You were sitting there talking just like you were ready to sit here and tell me what happened last night, and then all of a sudden I read that to you, and you just,
Yeah, because he's okay to tell you, like, yeah, my cell is cold. I don't know, like, oh, I was, I was sitting, I got arrested, and I didn't do nothing. Like, that's all he said. But then you're trying to fish for more evidence.
screw it, I ain't talking to you. I want a lawyer. I don't understand that. What changed?
Well, that's your right. You did read him his Miranda rights. So what are you? I love how they read you the Miranda rights, and someone says like, okay, well, in that case, I'm not talking to you, and I want a lawyer, and they're like, shocked Pikachu face, like, what? Wait, what? But I only read you the Miranda rights, and you were supposed to ignore them. You weren't supposed to like actually follow them.
Just in the,
Because I already told you what happened.
you didn't.
How didn't I?
You didn't tell me what happened last night.
How didn't I just tell you what?
Yeah,
But
he
now you
did. He did.
handcuffed
He
me.
actually did. He said like I was sitting at my friend's buddy's house with his dog when suddenly cops arrived and coppers arrived and arrested me and spotlighted me. That's it. He did tell him what happened.
And I can't talk to you because you asked for an
Oh,
attorney.
Lord.
So, okay, that's fine. But I will tell you right now.
I think the cop is glitching here. The detective is glitching. He's just like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You actually listened and you're gonna use the Miranda rights? This is not in my notes. What? That's not what's supposed to happen. Oh my God. I am
You're
lost.
still on a hold for a robbery.
I know. I don't know why. I need a fucking lawyer because obviously I didn't do nothing. And obviously you guys
Smart,
know I didn't do
smart.
nothing because I've been arrested for the same bullshit before and you guys don't interview me this much. So, wham bam, thank you for the coke. Put me back in the
Nice.
cell.
We
That's
haven't
my home.
interviewed you yet.
Jeff
Oi.
has now asked
Oi, oi.
for a lawyer and is once again refusing to answer questions. But we're only halfway through this footage, and Jeff's ability to defend himself and completely destroy this cop
Eduardo, hello. Hi. Thank you so much. I remember my professor showing us this video. It's amazing, isn't it? Like I haven't seen this video actually. This is the first time I'm watching this video, but yeah, that's such a good kind of example, right? Like that's such a good example to show to the
only gets better from
to
here.
someone who wants to like,
Here's what the deal is.
how do
I
I
have
deal
enough
with an
evidence.
interrogation?
Like what?
Of the armed robbery. Okay.
Oh, this is this is another strategy. I have enough evidence of your own robbery, okay? We have evidence. We have it on tape. This is another strategy. No, they don't. They don't have any video. They don't have any evidence. At this point, you can demand, I think you can demand like, okay, show me the video. Show me the video. Like, you have the video? Okay, show it to me. Or like, show it to me and my lawyer. First, bring me my lawyer and then show us the video that you supposedly have, and they're gonna go like, oh, we don't have it.
But, if you're saying you didn't do
Ignore
it,
it. Not
you need to
sponsored.
give me your side of the story.
I didn't do it.
Okay, well, give me your side of the story.
Well, that's what he's
You got-
saying.
you
I
convinced
did.
me. Because I got a lot of evidence.
No, he
I got a lot of
doesn't.
physical evidence.
He doesn't have to
Like
convince
what?
you.
Name the physical
Well, I don't
evidence.
need to, why should I tell you that?
This is where the detective starts to become desperate. He knows he's running out of time, and so has
Such a
completely
classic.
abandoned any elaborate techniques or methods to try and get information out of him. He's now instead moved on to essentially just threatening him with
And
false
lying.
claims of evidence that he can easily use to convict Jeff. If all of this was true, he'd likely be trying to use it to intimidate Jeff into panicking and giving up more information. But instead, he uses a flimsy rhetoric, claiming that because Jeff hasn't helped him, he won't help Jeff.
There's only a couple pieces of evidence I'm missing.
Name them.
What's that?
Name them.
Well, why would I do that?
Oh my god.
You haven't helped me out at all. You give me a little bit, I give you a little bit. We go back and forth.
No, but why are they ignoring the fact that he did say, I want a lawyer. I'm gonna use my Miranda rights. I want a lawyer and I'm not talking to you.
You want
It's
my
comedy.
piece of evidence?
It's
Well,
comedy.
give me a little something.
Pure comedy.
All right. What time do you get over to Aaron's house?
You know, I know anything I say here can and will be used against me.
Sure, but anything you say here, I can also tell your parole officer that you helped me out.
That doesn't mean dick.
Now the detective is desperately
this
trying
guy. I
to
love
bargain
this
with
guy.
Jeff. If he helps the cops out, they'll put in a good word with his parole officer. But Jeff immediately realizes that means absolutely nothing.
It's like, means
what does a gold
nothing.
star mean if you're stuck in prison for 20 years? This further enforces the idea that cops have absolutely nothing to convict
Nice,
Jeff with,
nice.
and also shows that they know they're running out of time. Jeff has asked for a lawyer, yet they're still sitting there questioning him, as if that's not a blatant violation of
Yeah,
the
it is
rights that they
violation.
have read to Jeff on 3 separate occasions. They know that if they don't get anything out of him soon, their time will run out, and Jeff is watching the clock closely. For the next 4 minutes of the interrogation, Jeff continues to deny and combat anything the police say to him.
I
They
love
bring
this
up
guy.
the gun that he was found with, continue to try and strike a deal, and even try to scare him by taunting him with what being back in prison would be like, and without any of the drugs he's grown a dependency to. But throughout all of this, Jeff stays totally stone-faced.
Wow.
He knows he's
Wow.
almost won.
I'm done, man. Fuck this. I'm not even answering. All this shit that I just said is gonna be fucking written in the discovery now, right?
What? You haven't said nothing.
I mean, every little stupid thing that you've asked me, dude, is going to be in the discovery.
I'm not even going to do discovery.
The prosecutor is.
Okay. So, you halfway know the system, how things work, and you halfway don't. Am I right?
I half-ass know
Yeah.
that the only reason I came up here is to get a fucking Coke.
Okay.
And I got it. But now I want a butter.
But now I want a Butterfinger. I'm sorry, I love this guy. He's like, you know what? The only reason I came out here to sit with you guys in this interrogation room is because I wanted another Coke. That's it. That's it. I don't want to answer no questions. I want a Coke and a Butterfinger.
But that's not going to happen for a while.
What, the Butterfinger?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? Oi, 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 oi,
I
oi.
go to the hospital. I'm coughing up blood.
Oh!
Let's go to the hospital.
For the last few hours, the police have been
Oh,
questioning
Jesus.
a man who is clearly in pain, denying him access to the legal prescription drug that would help him deal with his issues, and questioning him repeatedly on a crime for which they have no evidence for. All the while, Jeff dealt with this as casually as possible, asking for sodas and chocolate bars. Jeff knew misspeaking at any point could lead him down a slippery slope, so he exerted his rights in the perfect way, and 12 hours later, it's recorded that he was released from custody and sent on his merry way. It's also reported that from here, Jeff began to turn his life around.
Aw.
He's off heroin and now spends his time uploading to the same YouTube channel the footage from this video was uploaded to.
That's amazing. Hey, that's awesome.
He makes music and even
Aw.
gives extra tips on how to avoid the police's tricks.
That's awesome. Let's go, Jeff. Yeah, way to go, Jeff. You know what? Good for you. This is amazing. I love this guy. Yes, this is exactly what you do. Man, and I'm sorry, and he was coughing up blood. He was definitely, well, I mean, he was in pain because he was going through withdrawal and they didn't give him his prescription drug, which is, yeah, like methadone is a prescription drug and it can be used for, yeah, like for, withdrawal symptoms and for pain too. That's quite a turnaround. It is quite a turnaround. You know what? I'm happy for Jeff. Jeff is awesome and I wish him the best. I wish him the best. Okay, let's go. So what did we learn from this one? From this one, we did learn from this video that when they read your Miranda rights, they just kind of glaze over it and hope that you're not even listening, which, to be fair, it is a case in a lot of those situations where, like, high stress situations, especially when it's like a more serious crime, like murder or something. I think when the person knows that they did something, they are guilty, they are not actually listening to the Miranda rights. Like, very often they just kind of think like, well, I am guilty, so I can't really use this. Yes, you can. Even if you are guilty, you can use it, as in, like, you have the right to a lawyer and you don't have to answer anything. You don't have to actually talk to the police. They're gonna try. They're gonna play for time. They're gonna, like, extend it as much as possible, and they're gonna try not to bring the lawyer and try, or they're gonna try to squeeze the answers out of you before the lawyer gets there, because the moment the lawyer gets there, that's it. The access to you is cut off, right? I think I watched too many crime shows. I think I watched too many videos like this. Don't do drugs, use your Miranda rights, and don't say anything, and always ask for a lawyer. Exactly. Shane, exactly this. That's the summary of this video. Just that simple as that. Okay, next one. When 200 IQ suspect destroy corrupt cops.
Cops are often met with all kinds of dangerous people. But what happens when instead they have to face 200 IQ suspects who know the law better than they do?
When's the last time you smoked weed? I blew zero, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed. That's what's going on. You can't do that, man. You really can't do that. Absolutely I can. Is he allowed to do that?
Here's how these corrupt detectives reacted when they were outsmarted by suspects, starting with Police Chief Michael Cicchini. On September 17th, 2022, the chief of police decided to threaten the wrong kids. Cicchini had started harassing these kids for disturbing the peace, but Parker Whalen and Travis Crin were only playing around, and they were about to show the chief that they knew the law.
Disturbing the peace. Both of them squealing their wheels at me.
He's talking.
Okay, Travis. They come here, they hit the cone, they're messing around here around this new monument. I'd had enough.
What the chief did next was illegal, and Travis knew it.
Get out of here. I didn't even do that. Yeah, you did. What'd I do? What'd I do? Go.
Oh,
Get out of
that
here.
is battery.
Disturbing the peace. You hit me because of disturbing the peace? Yeah, it's a crime. You need to go. You just committed battery. No.
Yep, he did.
No, hit me with a flashlight. That's battery. Get out of here. How is that right?
Crim told his friend to call the police, but Cicchini pulled out
Battery.
his badge and said he was a cop, trying to intimidate them. But that didn't work. They knew Cicchini was the one who committed battery, and they refused to leave until the police came. Cicchini claimed that his badge allowed him to assault anyone he wanted to, but the teens didn't buy his lies.
Battery, right? Mm-hmm. Call the cops. Yep, that's right. You call the cops. You just committed battery, right?
Yeah, I mean, call the cops, or I would pull out
That doesn't
a
work
phone.
that way, dude. You're gonna tell me the law? What, you big some legal scholar on the Supreme Court?
Well, it's just basic stuff. It's not like, yeah, it's not Supreme Court. Like, no one has to be Einstein. It's like, okay, yeah, don't touch me. Like, just because you're police, like, oh, if I'm not doing anything or, you know, nothing, like, you're not allowed to touch me. It's like, the fuck?
No, like, what are we
Unless you're under arrest, unless they're putting handcuffs on you, but like, they're not allowed to like hit you. This guy like straight up just walked up to him and hit him with a flashlight.
You can't hit me with a flashlight.
It is abuse of power. Absolutely.
First Amendment.
You hit me with a flashlight. No,
Yeah.
you don't have a right to disturb the peace. You hit me with a flashlight, bro. What are you talking about?
You won't believe what Cicchini did next.
Assault me. You want to make out? I'll make out with you right now. I swing both ways, bro. Go ahead.
Whoa!
He ran out
Whoa.
of options, so getting the boys to attack him was his next plan. That way, he'd have something to show the police. But the teens knew better than that.
I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not gonna touch you. I know.
Get out of his face.
I know better, bro. Hey,
What is
can
he
you
doing
send
to
a
you?
unit down here? I've got
What is
3
going
hooligans
on?
that need to go. Hooligans? You hit me with a flashlight.
Thankfully, they recorded the entire encounter,
Nice.
and when the other officers arrived, the chief was suddenly not so brave.
5 minutes or so of the
Not sponsored.
screeching tires from the birds, you know, and the hooting and hollering down here.
Okay.
So I go out onto my balcony and I look down and they're just, they're driving, and the guy in the long hair intentionally drives his scooter into the barricade. And I go, hey, cut it out. Cut your shit. So you're up in the apartment? I'm up in my apartment. I forget what he says of me. I can do whatever I want. I go, you need to get out of here. Something to that effect. And
You hit the barrel or the bar?
he hit the barrel right there, the middle barrel. Open the door, tell him to leave, get out of here. Then I approach, I walk.
I don't know. He's kind of, he's not as, you know, eager to talk. Well, not eager to talk, like eager to like scream and like not as like brave now. Also, Bacon says cops like this are the absolute worst and give all cops a bad rep. Yeah, they do. Because there's a lot of, right, like there's a lot of good cops out there, but unfortunately there are always some bad apples. And having a badge doesn't mean you get to break laws that everyone has to abide by. I know, right? Like, I love how he just went up to him and hit him with a flashlight. It's just like, dude, it's the same for you as for anyone else. Like, you can't just hit someone. That is assault. So even if you're a police officer, yeah, even if you're the chief of police, yeah, you still broke the law.
Across the little plaza here to the curb area, he walks towards me.
No, that's not what happened. Wait, hold up. That's not. Yeah, he just lied. Unless I'm wrong. Unless like this part didn't show in the video, but he was the one who walked up to the kids and hit him with the flashlight. He's the one who walked up to them, not they walked up to him. Hold up.
Confrontation begins.
When you were upstairs, did he tell you that he was going to kick your?
Something to that, yeah, he said that, yeah.
Cicchini said he was off duty at home when he heard the two boys destroying property. He had told them to leave, but when one of them threatened him, he decided to run downstairs and deal with them himself. But his side of the story was different from what had actually happened.
I felt
Oh,
he
lying.
was hostile towards me, so I did how I was taught back in the day as a pectoral large muscle mass.
Well, back in the day. Maybe it was legal back in the day. Now it's not legal in this day.
Right.
With your hand?
No, with a flashlight.
My flashlight.
Well, what happened then?
He got angry, obviously.
Battery.
And, accused me of assaulting him, calling me various names.
He did not.
Bald-headed.
What? No, he didn't. Where is he getting this from? What? Okay, I'm sorry. What? Was this maybe? No, like it was, everything was recorded. He did not call him names. What the fuck? Oh my god.
You were a police officer?
I did identify myself.
Liar.
Showed him my badge.
Prior to this altercation?
No, after.
I may have when I was
No,
walking up. He
liar.
challenged me to fight and dared me to come down. Okay, I came down. He stood off on me, and I did a pectoral jab with my flashlight. Okay.
Thankfully, the teens could share their side of the story too, and they told the truth.
What's going on? So we were just riding around on burn scooters, you know, like teenagers do. And then he came up here. I'm 19.
Okay.
And he hit the cone right here and knocked it over.
Middle one?
Yeah, and knocked it over.
Wait.
And then he started yelling, and he threatened him first. So he was defending himself, like against him.
How did he threaten him?
I don't remember exactly what he said.
Okay.
But he antagonized him, so he was defending himself. Travis was standing
Genius.
right there, didn't say a single word. And like on the road, and he came up and hit him. I don't know if it was like in the chest or the rib cage, but he hit him with the flashlight.
Like from what I saw at the beginning of the video, it wasn't exactly in the pectoral muscle. Like it was lower. It was absolutely lower. To me, it was in the rib cage.
And started shining in his eyes.
I was riding. You know how like when you press the brake, the back wheel locks up and it makes
Record
a
it.
squeaking noise, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you can drift when you do that. It's kind of fun, right?
Okay.
I get it's kind of late and stuff, right?
Right.
But he's up there. He goes, "Hey, big shot, you want to go?" Right? Because he said, "Why don't you keep it down?" I said, "I'm not doing nothing wrong." He goes, "Hey, big shot, you want to go?" Right? And I stood right here. I said, "What's up?" He walks up to me and like, "I'm not gonna hit you, I promise." He goes like that and jabs me like right here in the ribs with the flashlight.
Yeah, so it's rib cage. It's not.
Threatened. My hands were at my sides. I don't know. I didn't swing at him.
Yeah, that was recorded.
What did you do when he walked down?
I just stood there.
So he hits you in the stomach with the flashlight.
Like the rib cage.
Rib cage.
Bro.
Of course, Cicchini wanted the two guys to be charged for what happened.
I'll cut a supplement. 2 charges right here.
But instead, he was the one who ended up getting charges. Cicchini was
Oi!
charged with assault and
Oi!
battery
Oi,
and is
oi,
no
oi.
longer Bay City's public safety director or
Oi, 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 oi. Oh.
chief of police. This next
Also,
officer was
Douglas,
determined
welcome.
to charge his suspect for doing
Oi, oi. Wow, what a plot twist. Fuck around and find out. No, seriously, like everything was recorded. Everything was recorded. He lied several times. He did come up to the kid first. He did hit him first. The kid had his arms, you know, the guy had his arms on his sides. Then he started making up stuff. Making up shit that, oh, he started calling me names. Unless this wasn't included in the recording. Maybe it was, the recording is cut up. I mean, it is cut up, but maybe it was somewhere there, but I highly doubt it. And this guy started to make up shit about like, oh, this guy started calling me insults, like throwing insults at me. He did not. He did not. He just started saying, this is battery. You just broke the law. You can't touch me like that. You can't hit me like that. Like, what are you doing? And yeah. That's what happens. Fuck around, find out. Okay, next one.
doing nothing wrong.
You ready? Yep. Okay, you can relax.
Zero.
So I'm going to read you Miranda, okay? Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
On August 28, 2022, Taven Galanakis was pulled over by police officer Nathan Winters for having his bright lights on. And even though Galanakis had a perfect excuse for it, the officer didn't care.
Hi there. How you doing, sir? Good, how are you? Good. My name's Officer Winters with the Newton Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is because you have your bright lights on.
Yeah, I have a headlight out, so I just keep my brights on.
Okay, well that's not legal.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Yeah, I turn when a car comes by, I turn them off, but like...
Well, you didn't with me.
Oh, you weren't close enough though. You were like, you were a while back.
It has to be within 500 feet.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
And you're not supposed to have your brights on in the city limit.
The officer started questioning procedure and asked for his license and registration, but some of his questions were a little bizarre.
You got your license, registration, insurance with you?
Yeah, I got you.
Is this your car?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you headed?
Back home.
Where's home? Are you new to town or something?
No.
You don't have anything on you? No bombs, guns, drugs?
No bombs or no drugs.
Okay, let's go back here.
The officer noticed Taven's movements in the car and the smell of alcohol on him, so he jumped to the conclusion that he had been drinking. Although Taven insisted that he was sober, Officer Winters didn't believe him, so the boy requested a breathalyzer test.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
None.
What do you mean none?
I've had nothing.
What do you mean none? Well, nothing.
To drink.
Okay. Why
No,
would
like,
you...
see, like, there's the difference, because we watched this other video last time, right? Like, of people getting arrested for DUI, and those people are like very clearly, it's very clear from the beginning that they are drunk. Like, you can immediately tell. This guy, he's just answering all the questions. He's not slurring. His speech is not like stretching, and yeah, he's just normal. So.
why would your eyes be watery and bloodshot?
But Winters didn't want to give him the easy way out.
I've had nothing to drink.
Okay. So your movements...
Yeah, it doesn't sound drunk.
In the car with you fumbling over the registration?
What?
Yep.
No, it's just slow. I don't know. Like, I mean, yeah, to be fair, like, yeah, maybe, like, oh, you can interpret it like that. But what if he's just careful? Like, oh, he's just being slow, like, not making any rapid movements so that the cop doesn't, like, suddenly pull out his gun thinking, like, oh, he's about to, like, attack me or he's about to pull out a gun. Why not? Like, I would be careful. I would probably, like, just move very slowly or move, like, very carefully. I don't know.
Kind of say otherwise.
All right.
And so does the odor of alcohol coming from your person.
What?
Great, let's do a test and
we'll get to the test.
I can't wait.
The teen asked for the test again because he was sure of himself. He even made a video mocking the situation and the officer.
So what happens if, nothing pops up? Do you get in trouble?
No. Why would I get in trouble?
Because you think I'm drinking, but I'm not drinking. Can I record it?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your name?
My name's Officer Winters.
So Officer Winters thinks I'm drinking tonight. We're about to do a test, and he's going to find out I had nothing to drink. He's going to look stupid.
Whoa.
Ain't that right?
Whoa.
I've had nothing to drink.
I mean, ballsy.
And we're about to find out.
Winters
Yeah, because it's going to be
took
zero.
Taven through a bunch of
Not
sobriety
sponsored,
tests,
sorry.
all of them except for the breathalyzer.
All right, so I'm going to actually have you stand...
Yeah, breathalyzer. I would immediately ask for breathalyzer
I'm
in
going to
that
have you
case.
stand with your heels and toes together, with your arms down to your side. Okay. I'm going to check your eyes.
Cool.
Okay, what I want you to do is follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes only and do not move your head, okay?
Yep.
Do you have any questions?
Nope.
All right, so I want you to put your left foot on the line. Okay. Take your right foot, put it in front of your left foot, with the heel of your right foot touching the toe of your left foot, just like this, okay? Stay in this position until I tell you to begin, okay?
Perfect.
Galanakis asked for the test for the
passing.
third and fourth
Flying
time,
colors.
but still nothing. Instead, the officer went on with another test.
Come on, man, it's too easy. Let's do the breath now. 2 for 2. Give me a little blow.
I will.
Blow zeros.
I will here in a minute. Okay. All right. Couple more tests here. Okay. I want you to stand with your heels and toes together with your arms down your side. When I say begin, I want you to estimate the passing of 30 seconds. Close.
Bacon, did you get infected in PZ? Yeah, I did too. And yeah, like while I was infected, I was just like, you know what? I did the same thing. I was just like, you know what? Let me just read some books because that takes forever in a community server.
Your eyes pads and tilt your head back, okay?
Estimate the pads in 3 seconds.
Yes, sir.
And another.
I want you to stand just like you are, make a fist, rotate your hands facing me, and extend both index fingers.
I would record it, but like my phone's at 1%.
Okay, rotate your palms, just like that. I'm gonna give you a series of commands, okay? The command's gonna be either left or right. Okay, whichever hand I say, I want you to bring that hand up, touch the tip of your nose with the tip of your finger, and bring your hand immediately back down, okay?
Just
He asked
breathalyzer.
for the test
Dude.
one last time.
Let's blow real quick. Stop doing all these damn tests. Let's blow. Let's get to business.
And finally, 1 hour into the stop, Winters got the
hour. 1 hour of this circus. I would immediately, like, this guy immediately asked for a breathalyzer test. He's like, no, I have nothing to hide. Like breathalyzer, because I did not drink tonight. Just let's skip the stupid other tests and just go to breathalyzer. Like, what are you doing? An hour. Oh
the
my
breathalyzer
god.
device, but the results were not what he had expected.
You ready?
Yep. Okay, you can relax. So I'm gonna read you Miranda.
The
Love
device showed 0.0. Yet
Zero.
he started reading Tavon his Miranda rights before arresting him.
Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, will be appointed to you before any question, okay?
Yes, sir.
Officer Winters didn't show him the results and tried accusing him of smoking weed too, but Taven caught on immediately.
When's the last time you smoked weed?
I do not remember that.
Tonight?
Oh,
Okay, well I think it's tonight.
I've had no weed tonight. What? Why do you think it's tonight? Why do you think I smoke? I blew zeros, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed. That's what's going on. You can't do that, man. You really can't do that.
Absolutely I can.
Is he allowed to do that? Yes, he is. So I blow zeros.
What? Wait. What did it say?
What's going on? You can't do that, man. You really can't do that.
Absolutely I can.
Is he allowed to do that? Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. Mr. Officer not doing shit.
So I blow zeros, and you smoke
Nice.
drugs, man. That's what we on? I blow zeros. You think I'm on drugs?
Winters said he
My
had a reason for
goodness, what?
Gallinakis' arrest, but he confessed something different on the phone.
Here's my situation. I stopped this guy for having his brights on. He fumbles
He
around
did
with
not.
his
What?
registration 3, 4, 5 times. He bombed sobriety. I asked.
He did what? What? He did not. What? Oh my god. This is just lies. What? Bro had 0 and he didn't bomb sobriety like the other tests. He did every single one of them. What is this person? What the heck?
I asked him, I said, I read him Miranda, PBT 000. So he says he'll do an evaluation, but he's kind of a smart ass. Would you want to talk to him, or? All right, that's what we'll do then.
What? Let him go.
Okay, but I obviously have enough
And
for
it's
to charge him
raining.
with the sobriety, so.
Gallinakis was arrested and brought to the police station where he went through yet another test.
What?
This time it was a drug test. And of
Yeah,
course,
0.
Gallinakis had nothing in his system.
We're going home tonight, okay? I have no evidence or no information to suggest that you're under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Thank you.
So he wanted to have his last words with Winters, who tried so hard to get him charged.
So, I just want to know,
Wow.
how does it feel for what? Remember I told you when you first pulled me over? And you're like, you're impaired. You're on drugs. You drink
I am
alcohol."
not.
Turns out I'm not on any of that. Okay.
Oh, now you don't. Oh, now you're not talking. Now you're not so eager to talk, officer. Now you're not so like brave. Oh my god.
I'm really disappointed in how you can't bite your drug test.
I based my decision on your field sobriety tests.
Was it really failed though? It was pouring outside. It was terrible cement.
And Taven sure had the last laugh. But these 4 officers are
Damn. This is horrible. This is just horrible. And the officer was just so quick to, first of all, like, lies, because he did not fail sobriety test. He did every single command, like every single task. He did it. And it was raining. It's raining. It's slippery and it's raining. Like, how do you expect someone, like, I would be careful. Yeah, I would be slower. I would, like, just be careful. Like the walking test, you know, the heel to the toe test. Yeah, I would be slower because it's fucking raining and I can slip and fall. My goodness. Yeah, so this was a waste. Wait. Yeah, oh, shaking my head on the officer, seriously. No, seriously. Okay, let's go.
Even worse.
And your badge number, please?
I don't even know why you're here right now.
I asked you
Well,
a direct
badge
question.
number.
Do you have your badge number on
And
you?
I asked you to leave because right now you're not allowed to be on our traffic stop.
On March 27th,
What?
2023, an officer approached a guy claiming he was standing too close to their traffic stop. But the guy was at a very considerable distance and he knew
Yeah.
it. So he asked for her badge number.
Sir, can I help you?
No, thank you.
Okay. Well, this is our traffic stop right now, so I'm just gonna ask you to.
Thank you. You just asked me to leave.
Is there like something suspicious about the... Nope.
Since you're making contact with me, could you identify your name and badge number?
I'm Officer Albee.
And your badge number, please?
I don't even know why you're here right now.
I asked you a
Well,
direct
that's
question.
not the
Do you
question.
have your badge number on
And
you?
I asked you to leave because right now you're not allowed to be on our traffic stop.
At first, one officer, Officer Albee, tries to dodge the question,
What?
but the guy insisted on getting it. After some back and forth, she finally budges.
Ma'am, if you're refusing to identify your badge number, it might result in a complaint with your department.
Okay, I understand that. My badge number is 639.
Thank you very much.
But I've asked you a question.
At
as
this
to why you're
time, it's not consensual.
Despite this, the
Nice.
officer still demands
Nice.
the person should move further away from the scene,
But
but
he's,
he
like,
remains
standing
unfazed.
just
He
far.
stands his ground, pointing out his right to be there and watch the police activity from a reasonable distance, which is protected by legal rules, even established by the Supreme Court.
You have a right to record and everything. We just need you a little further away from the scene.
Do you remember what the Supreme Court ruled as far as the distance?
Do you remember what it was?
Yep.
You don't know?
Well,
Nope.
anything that we deem as unsafe.
Okay, that's false. Have a good day, sir.
Okay, well, I will.
Well, he's on the sidewalk. It's not unsafe. Like, if he's standing on the sidewalk, he's not standing on the street. Like, that's not unsafe. That's just normal. Be careful. This is a female officer. They can be pretty trigger happy. Oh yeah, I heard about it. I mean, like, honestly, okay. This is a story. This is a story. Wait, story time. So, story time from New York during like on the New Year's Eve. So you can imagine it was crazy and it was like swarmed with police officers because it's like New Year's Eve in Manhattan. Yeah, a lot of police officers. Surprisingly, like all the female police officers were super fucking mean. Like super mean. I understand that it's, you know, it's a high stress situation. There's so many people and I'm sure that they are annoyed. But I have to say the male police officers, they were scary too. Like all of them are scary. NYPD is scary. But I have to say the female police officers were like very triggered, like very rude. When you ask them a question like, oh, if I was passing by because like I had to walk up to the officers because I had a ticket to a party at a restaurant. You know, I had a ticket to a party. So I didn't go with the crowd. Like me and my group, we were actually going through the barriers. We were supposed to we were allowed to go through the barriers because we had tickets to a party that was like on Times Square. And yeah, I had to walk up to every officer, like at every barrier and show them the ticket and be like, hey, we are walking to, like, we're trying to get to this party, the closed party that we paid for. And yeah, whenever I walked up to a female officer, she was like, immediately they were like screaming at us. They were like kind of raising their voices and being like, oh, go this way, go that way. They weren't even asking me like, why am I walking up to him? Like, oh, do you have a ticket? Like, what is the issue? No, like the male officers were actually asking me. I would walk up to them. I would be like, excuse me, sir, I do have a, they're like, what seems to be the problem? I'm like, yeah, I have a, we have a ticket. We have like, our group has a ticket. And no, the female officers were just like, move along with the group. And I'm like, no, but I'm here to show you the ticket. I have to go through the barriers. Like, we're not here. I can't, you have to let us through because we're, like, please, could we pass through? Yeah, they were, yeah. It was an experience. It was scary. It was a little bit scary. I was pretty stressed. So just so you know how it is. Like if you've ever been, I mean, I assume that some of you guys might have been to like Manhattan during New Year's because maybe some of you are from New York City. But yeah, this was my first time. And yeah, like, yeah, I was safe. No, everything was safe. In the end, everything was safe. But I'm gonna tell you right now, like, if you ever plan to go to Manhattan on New Year's Eve and like go to get to Times Square, especially like going to, like just Times Square or Times Square in a party, dude, like it's so stressful to get there. Like by the time we got to the, like, you know, like me, my family, my group, like we got to the party, we were like so stressed. Like then we could wind down, but by the time, like dealing with all the officers, and it was like so many people and so many officers, and it was so stressful that we were like so stressed. I was so like sad that at the beginning, like the start of the party was kind of a bummer because we were so angry and just like so much shit to go through to get there, to get to Times Square. Nah, don't go to Manhattan. Shy was there. Yo, we were both in time. Weren't we? Shy, weren't you there? I think we were both at Times Square, right? Like, but you were kind of like, oh, in, right? Like in the crowd, like were you watching the concerts? I think, right? I remember you saying that you were watching the concerts. Yeah. So you were like down there watching the concerts. I was kind of like at a party. So I was just watching, kind of like I couldn't see the concerts. I could only see the screens. But yeah, Manhattan is a damn pain around New Year's. Oh yeah, it is. Now it was on my bucket list. I wanted to do it. I did it. Now I have like a great video of the ball drop on like New Year's Eve 2025. So yeah, I mean, it was for the memories and it was worth it. Would I do it again? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would not do it again. No, like I would just not go on New Year's Eve, you know, like I would definitely go back to New York. I would definitely like go back to Manhattan, just not on New Year's Eve. But it was still worth it. I'm still super happy that I did it. And I'm super glad that I got the chance to do it and on New Year's Eve, you know, it was an experience. It is an experience. And it was just like one of my bucket list wishes to be there for New Year's Eve. And yeah, check once in a lifetime. That's it. Not doing that again. All right, let's go.
Thank you, sir. I have the answer, by the way.
But just know if you get too close to a scene, you can't get arrested.
Hey, man, they would have arrested me already, man. Have a good one.
Just letting you know.
Have a good one.
But the situation gets more tense as other officers approach the guy. However, none of them could intimidate him.
What's going on? Can we help you with anything? Do you have any business to conduct here right now?
Nope. No, I'm just here. I'm just standing.
Can I ask you what type of business you're conducting? Can you take your hand out your pocket for me, please?
Since you're engaging with me, can I get your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Robinson, badge number 659.
Thank you very much.
Is it right here, behind the vehicles?
Did somebody complain to you, sir?
No, I didn't.
Have a great day, sir. Thank you.
Can you set back?
Yeah, it's like, what? Why?
Is that a lawful request?
It is a lawful request.
You report a lot of traffic stops?
What's your name and your badge number?
Well, yeah, you have to.
I don't have to, but I will because
It's your policy.
It is policy.
It's not?
No, it's not.
You don't think it's professional to identify to
I'm going
people?
to.
Okay.
My name is Officer Love.
Love?
Yeah, my badge number is right there, 619.
Thank you, sir.
This guy knew his rights, and there was nothing the cops could do about it. So they left before one of them lost their job.
And make sure we always record the police because they don't like it at all. They don't like to be seen bullying others.
Watch what happens when cops get outsmarted by a 15.
On the other hand, like, I get it. He was just in a public place and he was at a significant, just kind of distance from the traffic stop. But at the same time, yeah, I guess he was just curious. Like, he wanted to make sure that the traffic stop is also lawful and nothing's gonna like get out of hand, because there were quite a few police cruisers, right? Like there were 2, so maybe like something more serious was happening. And I don't know, but like I guess the guy was just curious and just wanted to make sure that the person who was being stopped was being stopped for a reason, or like it's not abuse of power or something. At the same time, I'm like, why? But why? Like you can just move along, but whatever. That's his right. It is his right. He was in the public area. He was in the public place. They can't just tell him like, "Oh, go away." Officer Love honestly sounds like a stripper name. Oh no. Well, I mean, I did hear that it's a name, right? It's a surname. Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of surnames out there.
Year-old kid.
Okay. Enough! I didn't do anything.
What?
You just tased me for no reason.
On September 29th, 2019, the cops messed with the wrong kid. They surrounded the house of Michael Franchek to arrest him, but his son knew constitutional rights a little too well. The whole situation started with Michael's son, Jack, who was riding around on a gas-powered bike, annoying the neighbors in the process. The neighbors didn't appreciate his presence and threatened him, so Jack's father stepped in and got into an argument with the neighbor. Allegedly, another neighbor called the police, claiming that Jack's father had a weapon hidden in his trousers.
What?
When police arrived, they decided to talk to—
Excuse me, hidden in his trousers. How the fuck do you know that? I love how the neighbor called. It's the neighbor called. The neighbor called telling them, oh, this guy has a weapon, has a firearm in his trousers. Like, how do you know that? How do you know that? That in the trousers that he's currently wearing, there is a firearm? I'm so confused right now.
Franchek.
So confused,
However,
what?
he declined to answer their question or leave his house. He asked for their names and badge numbers, but the officers ignored this request. The situation quickly escalated when the officers started questioning him about an incident, to which he responded that he had no idea what they were talking about.
Can I help you?
Hello, are you, Michael?
Hi, can I help you with something?
Yeah, we're here about a...
Your name?
Officer Rodriguez.
First name?
Jim.
Jim, how are you, Jim? And your name? Please?
Sure.
Sorry, badge number? What's that? Badge number, please?
Let's go ahead and talk about the incident that you had out
badge
here
number? What the heck? Whoa.
Okay. Step down here for me.
The officers insisted he step down, but he refused. And
Like,
this
no, he
is
doesn't
when
have
it
to.
got physical.
Yeah, no. Hey!
Whoa. I didn't do anything. You just came into my house without a warrant. Is there any gun
Yeah,
in the
he
back
did-
pocket?
yeah, I
just
mean-
wanna make sure we're safe. We're safe.
At the same time, I don't know, like, is that... Well, yeah, like, he doesn't have to... I don't know what the rule is, like... Well, he doesn't have to step out of his house, I guess. Right? Like, that's not exactly... Like, yeah, you can... I guess some might say, like, oh, well, he didn't cooperate with the police and he tried to just go back to his house and, like, shut the door. Like, he didn't cooperate. But at the same time, like, they're not... Are you charging me with anything? Because they're not charging him with anything. So, like, okay, you can't do that unless I'm arrested. If I'm under arrest, then I should be following, you know, okay, then I should be cooperating with the officers. Like, I can stay silent. I don't have to say anything. But he wasn't, so what? Only weapon in his pants are his massive cajoles for going up against crooked cops. Jesus.
Okay, I'm not coming outside. Can we talk right here? Sure we can. Jack! Come here, record this. Come on outside. Record this.
What? He just said, yeah, sure, we can talk here. But then they're pulling him outside. Okay, that's not good. That is not good.
Jack, record this. Grab my phone and record this. Whoa! I'm injured. Okay, cooperate. I am cooperating. You're violating my Fourth Amendment right. Oh, stop. Outside.
Yeah, what the heck?
Violating my Fourth Amendment right.
You guys cannot come in here without a search warrant.
The officers forcibly tried to arrest him, even though he was unarmed. Then, Michael was suddenly tased and dragged outside the police without doing anything wrong.
I didn't do anything. You just tased me for no reason.
Stop. Outside.
What are you doing? Stop. What am
Yo,
I being
why?
detained for?
Outside.
What am I being detained for?
Just stop resisting.
I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. Don't go take his phone.
Thankfully, Jack was recording the entire time, even though a cop did try to stop him.
What the heck?
Don't take his phone. I'm good. I've chilled the whole time. I haven't done anything. Relax. I haven't resisted.
Officer,
Yeah.
Talk to you. I am behind my back. This is unbelievable.
No, I know.
This is
They
unbelievable.
walked in the house without a search warrant.
This is unbelievable. Jack, follow me and record.
This way.
Follow me and record. Okay.
Give us space.
I'm not.
Give us space.
Okay.
No, Jack.
What's your space? What's your space?
Jack, record the whole thing. Oh, you're recording.
Give us space.
Does this look like enough space?
The cops took Jack's dad and even injured
What
him
the
in the
heck?
process.
Somewhere back there. What are we doing? You don't.
Yeah, no, record.
I'm
Absolutely.
It's all been recorded.
It is.
I didn't resist.
I know.
I didn't do it. You know. See, he acknowledged that I didn't resist.
Yeah,
Jack.
he acknowledged.
I
He
didn't
acknowledged.
resist.
Well, we asked you to stop, right?
I didn't do anything against your instructions. This guy came into my house without a warrant, without any probable cause.
Let me just talk for a second.
I said I don't know anything, and he tackled me in my house.
And when Jack tried to talk, they didn't let him. They knew he was too smart and he would bring them trouble.
Officer.
It's me and you, right?
Okay, yeah, I'm fine. Shh. No, he can talk. He can talk.
No,
I can talk because I was in the
You gonna arrest
situation.
him?
No, I'm not gonna arrest
Okay, then calm down. He recorded the whole thing. This guy is out of control.
Okay.
What's your badge? What's your name?
Step back.
I'm not.
Look, he
I'm
just
on my
touched me. You
property.
can record all you
Yeah,
want.
no.
You're stepping back right now.
Don't
Yeah.
touch me. Stop harassing me.
We're just trying to.
I'm videoing this. Please get out of my personal space.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, like, oh, they told him, give us a space, give us space. So, okay, well, get out of my personal space.
You're not going to
Get
interfere
out of my
with what we're
personal
doing.
space. This is my property. Please.
You're
get
not
out of
going to
my-
interfere with an arrest. You can record all you want, but you're not going to get close to it.
I'm on my property. Move out of my personal space.
I'm going to stand right
This
here.
is my personal square. Please move.
I'm going to stand right here.
Please move. You're in my personal space.
No.
What's your name?
Yeah, I do not need to give you that.
Yeah, you do.
For what reason?
Because you're
Yeah, for what reason?
I'm
No.
involved with this, yes. But this guy threatened me and called the cops on you. And what's your badge number?
What's your name?
What's your badge number?
No,
Badge
that's name.
number. That says name.
3K12.
Okay.
Now, what's your name?
I'm not making any statements.
You're not making any statements?
Yeah, you don't have
I have
to.
the right to identify you. You understand that, right?
Then you can search up my face and you can search up my record.
Okay.
Okay.
Their only option was to detain the kid too and threaten him with juvenile court, but the officers knew he had 0 charges.
So you were the one driving up and down the street on the motorcycle?
I was on my gas bicycle.
Okay, that's a gas-powered vehicle. You have to have a driver's license.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Not when it's 50cc and you have a permit for it.
And once
Ha-ha,
again, Jack
ha-ha.
knew his rights. After a while, the officers found out that Michael did in fact have a concealed carry permit, so he was allowed to own a gun as long as he didn't wave it around. And nobody
No,
said
he
he
didn't.
did, so the cops had nothing on him.
Well, if he didn't threaten anyone with it, there's no. I don't
No,
think
it was
there's
just a
any sense of
concern for
trying
me.
to- Oh no, absolutely. But I don't think there's any reason to try to write a warrant to get in the house.
I'm going to arrest him for failure to obey a lawful command.
What? You pulled him out of the house for no fucking reason. Without, like, asking... God.
Resisting.
What? You tased him.
Disorderly.
Disorders.
Oh my
that's
God.
What got her attention too.
The only thing that was left was for the cops to make up a story since there was no crime.
Well, everything is recorded, so no.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do this up on how the kid was being feedback, how I checked his cuffs. Like his cuffs were tight, he has big wrists. You have to click like once or twice in. You can't click him anymore. What do you do?
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, you gotta take him, and then what are you gonna do? Resisting.
Covering your camera. See what they did? He covered his camera. But thank God for microphones. Thank God for body cams, because
Disorderly.
Failure to identify.
Failure to.
well, you failed to identify your badge number.
And I'm going to look up me having a handgun in a dispute. It might not fly. It might fly. I don't know.
What? That is, it might not fly, it might fly. Are you kidding me? He literally says like, oh, I'm gonna say that there was a gun in, I don't know, we never found a gun. So like, oh, there was a gun in the dispute. We never found a gun. So which is it? What?
We got the witness statement.
Right.
But you look that up if you want. That's be my guess.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
But they didn't get away with it. Officer Rodriguez was charged with 5 violations,
Nice.
which included using a taser on Michael. Officer Thor was found guilty of 3 violations as well. Both of them were fired from their positions, and Michael filed a lawsuit
Good.
seeking over $1 million in compensation. This
Good. Oh my God. Justice. This is justice. That's justice. Like, seriously, what? First of all, went into his house without a warrant. That is a violation. Well, okay, like the owner of the house, like, he should have just stayed. Like, why? He didn't have to step down from his porch. Absolutely not. Like, he didn't have to. As long as, like, he stood there. We can talk like this. Go ahead. What seems to be the problem, officer? But he doesn't have to answer any questions like, am I under arrest? No. Okay, well, then good day to you. I'm not answering. And maybe he didn't have, like, he shouldn't have moved because they were like, you know, they attacked him there. Like, he should have just stood there and be like, I am not answering any questions. Like, am I under arrest? What is going on? What's going on? Like, what are you here for? And just stand and just wait. And just be like, okay, well, we can stand here all day if you want, but, you know, like, there was nothing. I don't know, like, obviously I'm not a lawyer, but they did abuse their power. Okay, let's go. Next one. Man, I need such a windfall.
That many cases where the suspects are smarter than the authorities.
Genius.
But in these 4 cases, the police are
so
completely
we're gonna skip this one.
outclassed. Mark Dinclow
We're gonna skip one of them because we watched
was
it.
a gang leader
Jeff's,
accused of
Jeff
kidnapping,
Pearson.
torturing, and murdering a former member.
Whoa, 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 whoa. 2 members of the Gypsy Joker outlaw motorcycle gang. What? Kidnapping, okay.
But what police didn't know is that Mark was about to completely outsmart them.
Ooh.
In July of 2015, Robert Huggins' body was found badly beaten with a fractured skull, lacerations across the chest, and missing nipples. Robert had been kicked from the Gypsy Joker motorcycle club just days earlier. So eventually, Mark was identified as the lead suspect and brought in for interrogation.
You're with a motorcycle club. You have some affiliation with one, is that right?
I don't have any answers for questions like that.
Okay. Well, the reason I'm asking is that a few months back, a gentleman named Jeff Sudan, you know him? He threw your name out in conjunction with kind of a repossession of a car, a collection of a car. Does that sound familiar to you?
No. Jeff Sudan almost might. I'm not sure about that. It seems like Sudan rings a bell somewhere, but no collections of a car. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Mark makes it clear to the cops exactly how his interrogation is going to go, stating that he simply won't be answering any questions he doesn't want to. However, he's chosen to waive his right to an attorney, meaning he has to approach the interrogation completely on his own. The cops ask a few more questions about Mark's background, but he quickly decides they've heard enough.
Okay, so this last time, how long was she?
So there's my background. That's it on Nicole. What else you want to know?
Okay.
Is Nicole the problem here?
Nicole had let me back up a little bit. How long have you been in a relationship?
I'm not going to answer any more questions.
Why? How is that
I don't have any more
relevant?
answers for you until I find out what you're talking about.
Okay, well,
you guys brought me in. I didn't bring you in. I want to hear what you got to talk about.
Well, I'm trying to get to that, but part of that's going to involve how long you've known Nicole.
Well, if you don't want to tell me what the heck I'm doing here, say so. Because I'm not going to sit here and give you a bunch of my background so you can play whatever kind of game you're playing.
Yeah, how is that relevant? Unless it's somehow relevant to the victim, right? Like the guy who was found dead with removed nipples. Wait, he had no nipples. I mean, no, like they removed his nipples. I'm sorry, like is that a? I mean, I don't want to say is that a thing, but. Is that a thing for motorcycle gangs? If they committed it, that's the first time I'm hearing about this. But okay, no nips, no nips. Correct. Cool. But yeah, okay.
This is kind of stupid, man. I just got picked up and treated pretty roughly. You can still see the marks on my hands. This one was completely asleep all the way here, and thrown in a complete silent room there.
His arms are huge, by the way. Like, his arms are, like, muscular. Do you see that? Like, this guy is buff.
As is common in many cases like this, Mark hasn't been told why he's been brought in. However, he should have already put 2 and 2 together. After Robert was kicked from the gang, he broke into Mark's house, tied up, and threatened Nicole, and stole a large...
Oh, the robbery was payback by Robert Huggins for getting kicked out of the club and having his motorcycle and truck taken, she said. She said she believes the club members and their supporters were out for revenge after Robert Huggins had robbed the Woodburn home of the club's Portland chapter president, Mark Dunclow.
Amount of firearms as revenge. Regardless, Mark is still refusing to answer any questions and trying his best to confirm why he's even there in the first place.
Nicole took off in a car that she may have purchased with assets that belonged to you, something like that, and then Jeff Sudan and a couple other guys kind of returned that car to you. Does that make sense to you? Is that
or attempted to?
Or attempted to? So if we got the story wrong, can you help us out with that?
Well, I'm not going to straighten your story out. No, I'm not. Not until I find out why I'm sitting here.
Well, a few months before this car...
Okay, maybe not buff, but yeah, like that's bulk at most. Yeah, like he's bulky, you know, bulky. That's what I meant. Like just you know.
Nicole was at your house.
Compared to my twig arms,
and
yes.
somebody busted in the house.
He's buff.
And roughed her up a little bit, tied her up. You remember that?
You know, I can't really answer to that. You're going to have to get that story from her.
Mark's suspicions have now been confirmed, and he's probably also linked it all the way back to Robert's death. What's interesting, though, is that his body language doesn't change at all when the cop starts to talk about the break-in. Usually you'd expect some sort of movement or obvious discomfort, but he actually remains completely still,
Yeah, he's like
only
super
moving
chill.
to display how ridiculous the cop's claims are.
Who did you tell about what did happen?
Oh, God. Tons of people, man.
Okay. Can you give me some examples?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to sit here and name names.
Oh, my God.
But I'll tell you what,
no.
I don't really understand why this stuff that you're talking about with this dude and the car stuff, why would that get handcuffs put on me?
Well,
why would those handcuffs go on me? What did I do that was illegal in any of that stuff? What did I even have to do with it? I wasn't even there for any of it. None of it. Okay. Not anything that you've talked about so far. I was a long way away from it. So why would I get handcuffs put around my wrist for it?
Fortunately for Mark, there's a very simple way to get access to all the information he's looking for. All he has to do is get a lawyer. In a criminal case such as this one, the police are required to give an attorney all of the evidence proving the accused may be innocent or guilty. Many people have an incorrect belief that asking for a lawyer is an inherent admission of guilt.
Nope, it's not.
But every suspect, guilty or not, has a complete, unquestionable right to an attorney. Asking for one at any point in the investigation is completely fine and cannot be used against you in court. Over the next few minutes, the cops question Mark further about Nicole and her friends before finally deciding to bring up Robert.
One of her junkie friends?
Bagger Bob?
Yeah. That ring
yeah, I know who that is.
Oh, that's the guy, that's the victim.
The guy that got killed about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he one of the ones who set this up with Nicole?
Man, you know, you're going to have to, if you're trying to like tie that into this or something like that, you're going to have to talk to Nicole about that.
Okay, so was Bagger Bob one of your friends?
Don't talk to me.
Well, you know, like I said, you know, actually...
Man looks friendly. I want to give that man a bear hug. He kind of looks friendly, but except he is, you know, from a motorcycle gang, so I'm pretty sure he's a badass. You know, like, I'm not saying that he's not friendly. I'm just saying he's a badass. He also, like, I'm pretty sure, like, oh, he looks like he gives, like, the best bear hugs, but at the same time, he is a badass. Also, Slavic does gotcha. Hello. Thank you so much for the super.
You're starting to bring his name into it, and he got killed. Now I don't think I have any other questions to answer for you. Now I think having a lawyer here might be a good idea.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry.
I think that'd be a good idea if you're starting to ask questions about it.
Get me a lawyer.
Okay. Well, let me clarify something with you.
Okay.
Do you want us to keep chatting, or do you want to talk to a lawyer?
Lawyer.
I need to know that.
You can keep chatting. I'll keep listening a little longer before I call him.
I'm sorry, this was great. You're just like, you know what, you keep talking. You knock yourself out, but I'm kind of curious where this is going, so I'm gonna just listen. I'm just gonna sit here and listen.
Okay.
Now that Robert has been brought in, Mark knows it's the right time to ask for a lawyer, but still decides against it. This is probably because he's trying to show some amount of compliance. Each time Mark says he's got nothing to say, he usually follows that up by giving police at least a small piece of information. Mark currently has a dilemma. He must either choose whether to continue talking with the police in an effort to seem more innocent, but risk slipping up and giving them too much info, or completely shut down and refuse to give any more information. He can't have it both ways.
Now what?
Well,
I'm not. Am I arrested for anything?
You're being detained at this point.
Okay, but I'm not under arrest quite yet.
That's correct.
Okay, then I don't need a lawyer quite yet. Do you suspect?
Okay, I know. Well, perhaps, maybe, I don't know. Maybe this guy did kill someone. You know, I don't want to say like, oh, he's innocent, because I don't know. I don't really know the case, but maybe he is involved in the killing of Robert Haggins or whatever his name was. But I gotta say that he is pretty likable. I am not simping. I am not condoning anything, but I have to say, like, his attitude is pretty likable. It's like, am I arrested? No, you're detained. Am I? Oh, so now I'm not arrested. No. Okay, then I don't need a lawyer just yet. When I am arrested, then I need a lawyer.
Me or something?
Well, help us get this unconfused.
Because if
Will
you
do
suspect
that?
me of doing a crime, let me know so I can get a lawyer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Don't.
I don't think we've accused you of committing.
No, you
a crime,
haven't,
have we?
and that's why I'm still looking at these marks on my wrists and going, "Man, what a way to treat somebody."
I
who's
get
not
your point.
suspected of a crime.
Right. Like, you know what I mean.
Okay.
You know.
What Mark doesn't seem to realize is that they technically have accused him of a crime.
Well, yeah.
In criminal law, being detained means to hold an individual in custody if there is
Yeah, he kind
reasonable
of is-
suspicion that they
yeah.
engaged in or are
Yeah, like he kind of is wrong here, right? Like Mark kind of did the wrong thing, not asking for a lawyer. But let's
about to
see.
be
Let's see how
engaged
this
in
pans
criminal
out.
activity. Taking
Let's
this
see
at face
where this
value,
goes.
the cops have just explicitly told
Yeah,
Mark
you're being detained. Not sponsored.
they believe he's a criminal. It's clear that Mark believes he knows what's up in the interrogation rule, but he's definitely missing out on some crucial pieces of knowledge.
Can you clarify anything for us about Baggerbot?
You know, any stories that I tell at all about that guy, they dip into club business. They did club stuff. And I'm not going to go club stuff with you guys for nothing.
They do have a code.
It's against my rules, and it ain't going to happen.
Okay.
You know,
Even when he was out of the club?
That big a deal to tell you guys that he stole from the club. And then when he got caught for it, he blamed it all on heroin, which was automatic kick out for him. So it's not like we found out about the heroin. We found out about the stealing. And when we jumped about the stealing, he blamed it all on heroin. That's what happened. And he got kicked out of the club like anybody would.
Yeah, see, so like even though he did give them like a piece of information, he didn't give them anything incriminating. He's just like, well, I mean, you know, like the victim, the guy who's dead, he stole from the club. We kicked him out. Like he stole from the club. He blamed it on heroin. We kicked him out. Nothing here ties to the murder. That's it.
Despite telling the cops that he isn't going to say anything
Jonas,
about
hello,
Robert,
hello.
he decides to talk about him and the club for another 20 full minutes, going on huge tangents and telling random stories completely unrelated to the case. The cops
Nice.
then decide to
She's
take
like, hey, I mean, if you guys want to listen to me talk, I have stories. Oh, I can tell you stories, but it's like it has nothing to do with what you actually want from me.
break and leave Mark alone for a further 20 minutes before returning once again and asking if he'd like a lawyer.
So a few times you've, mentioned maybe a lawyer, maybe not. We'd like to talk to you further, but we just want to make sure. I mean, it's your choice. If you want a lawyer, that's fine. We'll stop communicating here. If you don't want a lawyer, we can keep talking. And obviously, as the right explains.
Then I must be going to get arrested, or you wouldn't have me call a lawyer in here. Then definitely I want a lawyer. If I'm going to get arrested, I want a lawyer, yeah.
Nice.
So like I said, I don't know what your charges are going to be. That's being determined.
Story
man.
time.
So if there's going to be charges, so you guys are. So I just have to sit here now. I'm going to wait for you guys to decide what my charges are going to be. What a bunch of crap, man! Why didn't you figure that out before you came and got me? If you're going to charge me,
Seriously.
this is. I mean, it's pretty rude treatment for somebody who isn't charged with anything yet.
Well, part of it was determined on what you were able to tell us, or willing to tell us.
Yeah,
because
well,
you're the only one who can talk yourself out of the hole you're in.
Oh, hole?
Yeah.
I'm not in the hole, man. I mean, you guys may think I'm in a hole, but I know I'm not in a hole because have you done anything that you should be arrested for lately? I know I haven't.
But it turns out
Nice.
Mark was absolutely in a hole, about as deep a hole as you could manage to get. After a long legal battle, Mark and another club member, Chad Erickson, were both charged with kidnapping and torturing Robert Huggins to death. And as
Okay. See, that's why I'm like, if he did it, then it's kind of awkward because I'm not simping or anything. He did seem like friendly, right? Like he has like friendly demeanor, but oi, we were oi. So he was guilty. Oh.
of 2022 were sentenced to life behind bars. But unlike Mark,
Oi! Okay, never mind. I don't want to give that man a bear. No, me neither. I was hoping he's not guilty. I was hoping he was actually like, IQ 200 and And yeah, he's not actually guilty, but oi, 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 oi. Wait.
DeBaby made the cops look outright stupid when he was brought in for allegedly
is that his name
assaulting and robbing.
Wait, hold up. Is that his actual name or is that his like pseudonym? Hold up. Well, what's happening?
Torturing Robert Huggins to death, and as of 2022, were sentenced to life behind bars.
Yeah,
but unlike Mark, DeBaby made the cops look outright stupid.
Is that his actual? I mean, I don't know. There are so many different names around the world, but that's the first time I'm hearing someone's. I think maybe it's his like, rapper name. Or maybe it isn't.
But when he was brought in for allegedly assaulting and robbing the owner of a nightclub.
The real
DeBaby, a.k.a. Jonathan Kirk.
Okay, Jonathan Kirk. Okay, that's his name. So I guess like he's a rapper.
Was brought in for an interrogation. But little did the detectives know he was about to completely outsmart them.
I don't know. I wasn't sure because like there are some unique names nowadays. Like some very, very unique and very like strange names out there. I mean, people, for God's sakes, people like named their children Khaleesi.
Show exactly how you should act in this situation.
What's your full name?
Come on, bro. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
This is just a formality. Just tell name, date of birth, and all that stuff.
Immediately, it's obvious that this isn't going to be an easy one for the detectives.
He's a rap?
Kirk starts off by refusing to answer any of the officer's questions, even just regarding his own name. He's already been read his Miranda rights, informing him that he has the right to remain silent, so it seems as though he's choosing to do just that. Interestingly, however, he is choosing to waive his right to a lawyer, and let's be honest here, it's not because he can't afford it. The best course
so he is like famous or something. I don't know.
Action, if you're ever put in this scenario, is to stay silent and ask for a lawyer.
Stay silent.
But this time, Kirk is confident that he'll be able to wriggle out of this himself, as long as he chooses his words carefully.
An incident occurred at the hotel, 1500 Southwest First Avenue.
Huh.
That you were there for. Correct?
It's like, no.
What incident? An incident. You had an altercation with somebody? No. You didn't. Did you have a business dealing with somebody?
No.
No. You didn't? No. So somebody didn't bring you $20,000 in front of the hotel in your SUV?
No. Somebody bring $20,000.
Why are you answering the questions?
And told them that it was for an event of theirs on the 31st. And lied to them that person.
Why are you answering questions like you're okay, but he did. I mean, it's a video about outsmarting cops.
Once he realized they were doing bad business,
he was a massive meme back in 2020. Oh, so he is like famous or something, or
okay, so you
I don't know.
And got my contact information
back in my day.
Business the right way. That's what happened.
Around what time was this, sir?
I don't know. Whatever time they told us. Whatever time the camera showed me not robbing no damn body that time.
Kirk is claiming.
Okay, like what time was this? Well, whatever time the camera shows. How should I know? I don't know.
Claiming that he had nothing to do with anything that happened outside.
Whatever time the camera showed that recorded the thing that I didn't do.
The story is somewhat unclear, but he's essentially saying that his manager was talking with an event promoter about playing at a nightclub called Cafe Iguana Pines.
Oh, is that
but it turns
like,
out the money that they were offering was stolen, and the promoter was acting strange during the deal. So instead of taking it and going through with it anyway, he told them to get their act together and left without an argument. This, of course, does not explain the altercation outside that was clearly caught on camera, but with the footage unclear and no witnesses nearby to identify the assailants, as long as Kirk sticks to his story, theoretically, things should be perfectly fine.
Theoretically.
Common sense. You know what I made to even be down here? A promoter booked me at that hotel. I didn't pay to be at the hotel. I was paid for. You'd have let me on my room, you would have saw close to $250,000 cash, legally, hard-earned money. I don't got to take nothing from nobody, bro.
So let me ask you this.
I will go outside here right now and throw $10,000 in the air. Like, I do not care about no money. I don't.
Was there an argument?
No, it was an argument. I didn't argue with a soul. My voice was never raised. There was never aggressive language from me. None of that.
Was there a fight?
None of that. No, I ain't seen no fight. Man, nothing was taken. We shouldn't be in no robbery, bro. So when y'all get done doing what y'all doing, y'all need to do y'all job. Y'all need to follow y'all process. And y'all need to arrest whoever gave y'all these false allegations, bro. This is bullshit.
While it may just look like Kirk is flexing his rapper money here, this is actually a very good point for him to bring up in this situation. If he's doing random $30,000 deals on a weekday and paying for hundreds of thousands of people per month, what does he need $80 and an iPhone for?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like if he clearly has money, it's like why would I need to steal $80 and a phone? Like I can afford a bunch of phones. I can afford dozens of phones, however many I want, and yeah, like I have money.
He can place himself from this event both literally and figuratively, the better. From Kirk's point of view, he was nowhere near that crime. He had no reason to commit that crime, and he has sound and reasonable explanation for his whereabouts at the time. However, from the detective's side, a crime was committed, and Kirk's vehicle was right there as it happened. So they need to try and extract the information needed to piece his day together to come up with a story that Kirk cannot argue with. That forces him into a confession.
When I encountered you in the hotel, you came back to the concierge, the counter. Yeah. Where were you coming from at that point?
Prime, whatever the hell. I went to eat. I went to get some food.
Where is that?
I don't remember.
You don't know?
No.
How'd you get there?
In the car.
What kind of car? Was it a car you drove? Somebody else drove?
An Uber.
An Uber?
Yeah.
What kind of car was it? Small car, SUV, truck, what?
I don't know. Let's talk about what matters.
Yeah, like I don't really. I mean, okay, yeah, I would like Uber. I would pay attention to like what kind of car it is at the beginning because, like, oh, you know, like when I'm checking if it's my Uber. But otherwise, like, yeah, maybe I would pay attention, like, oh, was it an SUV or was it a normal, like, smaller car? That's it. But if later someone asked me, I would be like, yeah, I don't know, unless it was like a very specific car. Like one time I did get an Uber and the Uber arrives and it's a Tesla and the Tesla was pink, like kind of pastel pink, and it was like this girl, like she was, I respect the commitment because she not only was the Tesla pink, the inside was pink with like Hello Kitty and Barbie and like everything was pink, like literally everything. So I'm like, and crystals and stuff. I'm like, whoa, that's okay. that Tesla I remember. If someone asked me that, I'd be like, yep, there was this pink, pastel pink Tesla and it was pink inside and out. And you guys, it's hard to miss. It's very hard to forget. But yeah, that's it. This stream is sponsored by not sponsored. It's like, no.
Talk about what y'all need to get me about this stuff. When I'm driving in the car, what I went to go eat, what time I went, that don't have nothing to do with the fact I ain't robbed a damn soul.
Yeah, like what reason does he have?
Me, ain't nobody robbing nobody.
Let's take the word robbery out of the picture.
So while we here, we taking the word robbery out of the picture. Y'all are robbery detectives. This is robbery unit. That's the second word he said. That's the second word he said when he came in here. Robbery. Come on, bro.
Okay, listen.
Like, why?
He asked a question to me about a robbery when I walked in my hotel. Robbery? I had every answer to the question you needed right there. Whoa, that ain't it. That's false. I throw that out the window. We talking about robbery, bro. It's nothing for me to talk about. I didn't rob.
So do you think that we just woke up this morning and decided?
Why did he wait?
I think y'all got a phone call from somebody.
Okay. I guess he wants to just like flex. I don't know, maybe for whatever fucking reason. He can afford an attorney. Why? Like, you don't need a public attorney. Not that they are bad, because some of them are good, some of them are bad. Like paid attorney, right? Like paid lawyers are also the same. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. This guy, like, he has money to hire a lawyer. He probably has a lawyer already. If he's, if he's got that money, if he was fairly famous, if he's like fairly okay, like doing okay in the entertainment industry, then ask for a lawyer. Why are you trying to get out of this yourself? Why?
It's already a liar. I know they're a liar. Got a phone call somebody that's a liar and y'all bought it. Y'all believe this. Y'all got me in here and y'all put me in handcuffs. Bro, me outside the hotel in handcuffs, cameras and shit all on me. Come on, bro. This shit is bad for what I got going on.
Yeah, it is bad for reputation, right?
Even without a lawyer present, Kirk knows exactly what to do. He currently has the upper hand in this interrogation and needs to keep it that way. The cops are searching for anything that puts Kirk at the scene of the crime, but by redirecting the conversation away from that, back to what he thinks is actually important, there's no realistic way that they'll be able to get what they need. But even though he's winning, it's still worth noting how strange it is that he's not asking for a lawyer. Kirk,
oh, okay, this is like a side note. Have you guys noticed that every single one of those interrogation rooms, well, not the rooms, but like every single one of those cups is just like bald? It's just, I mean, no shade, you know, no hate, no shade, but I've just noticed every single one of those videos in the interrogation room. I feel like I just noticed, like, dude, these are the same cops. The same two cops. It's like, okay. Like, oh, same. Oh, here we go again. It's like, no, it's not the same. They just, yeah. They need bald men so they can't, they can't get grabbed by the hair. Oh, that does make sense. That does make sense. Okay. Oh, wait, no, like, I was just wondering because I was like, oh, I guess there are, no, like, it's not like every single one of them is bald. It's just like, I've seen interrogations with, right, like, I've seen cops and detectives with hair. It's just very interesting to see.
Obviously knows exactly what to do in an interrogation and has clearly spent time learning what to do. If that's true, he should also know that there's next to no scenarios where lawyering up will harm his case. But whether it's an ego thing or just a lapse in his thinking,
why not?
Kirk is definitely still winning this interrogation. But he's about to start absolutely dominating.
Talking about criminals. When I do business, it's legally binding. It's legally binding. Everything I do, you have to sign a contract. You got to sign a contract.
Okay,
it's
so
a contract right now.
The whole incident happened and nothing went wrong. Nothing happened. There was no.
Not to my knowledge.
There was no fight. There was no scuffle. There was no.
I ain't fighting nobody. But y'all know it's too much. Y'all know too many lies. You get what I'm saying? That's why y'all got to move backwards like that, bro. Like,
you're saying
Bacon, thank you. Insert the office. They're the same picture. They're the same picture, man. I remember that. Or like they're the same color. Like those are the same. I remember that. Oh my god.
They're lies, but you don't know what we have or don't have.
Okay. I know if y'all had proof of me robbing somebody, we wouldn't even be talking. Y'all would have cuffed me.
I see no difference. Yeah, I see no difference.
That's what I know.
Now, while this isn't necessarily true in every case, it is absolutely true here. If you're in an interrogation room and the cops are trying to find out details of the case and accusing you of a crime instead of charging you immediately, it very likely means that they're missing the details needed to charge you. In the vast majority of cases, an interrogation is only done to extract a confession when they don't have enough evidence to easily convict you otherwise. There are a few other niche scenarios, such as trying to figure out why you committed a crime, but it's often very easy to distinguish why exactly you're there based on what you know about the event and what questions they're asking. If the cops know that you're guilty and have irrefutable evidence, cooperation has a lot of merit, but if they can't prove you did what they say you did, stay silent and ask for a lawyer, especially if you're innocent.
I ain't no fool.
Your side of the story.
My side of the story, I ain't done that. I don't have a side of the story.
Yeah,
I ain't
like
done
there's no
nothing
story.
to nobody,
So that's what I was
and before something could be done to me,
right?
and before something could be done to me, I realized I was dealing with bad business, and I
Why do you say it was bad business?
What?
Why do you say it was bad business?
I already told y'all that. You want to rewind this? You want to rewind it, bro? I already told y'all, bro. My story not going to come out different no matter how many times I say it, bro. It's not, bro. It's right here. So you press stop.
I mean, technically, see, that's why technically it can, right? Like when someone is guilty or like even when they're innocent, when police officers, when detectives ask you repeatedly to repeat this story again, and again, because that's because they want you to trip up and they want you to slip on the details, right? Like they want you to like, oh, they want to find inconsistencies, like, oh, maybe your story's gonna change. That's why you have to repeat it. Like that's why they want you to repeat it, because they want it to change, or they want to catch you changing your story, and they'd be like, well, you said this before, so why are you saying this now, right? No, like the best way to do this, I mean, he's right here, you know, the best way to do this is be like, I told you already, you have it in your notes, you can rewind this, like I told you, I'm not gonna repeat it again.
And rewind and play, I'm going here. I said it was bad business, bro. Come on, bro. There's nothing blowing my phone up.
It's like everything is on camera. You can record it. You can rewind it. I'm not repeating it.
He already was in deep water because he's already doing, and I see why. He's already doing bad business. You see what I'm saying? He has an event that wasn't going to go as planned. He needed me to make up for that. He needed me to cover his ass, so he brought in another person, lied to him, swindled him. He thinking he coming to book me for a whole different event, and they tricking him, got him paying me to come do a walkthrough tonight.
It's like they're waiting for the big moment they can say, aha, yeah, absolutely. No, like that's right. Like we've seen this in movies, we've seen this in TV shows, we've seen this in true crime documentaries and in actual recordings. They do that all the time, right? Like you've told them the story and they just get you to repeat it again and again and again. And yeah, like there's gonna be, if you're repeating it, yeah, like unless you really there's nothing, you know, like the suspects that are guilty, they trip up. Eventually they do trip up. But even people who are innocent, like, oh yeah, like some details change or something, or some details like they repeat it in a different way. And then they start asking you, well, you said this, why is it this now? Like, oh, you're changing your story and you look suspect. So yeah, like you look sus. So yeah, the best way is to just tell them like, I told you already, I am not repeating this. You have it on record. You have it on camera. You can rewind the tape. You can rewatch it, listen to what I said, and that is it. And I am not answering any more questions. Please get me a lawyer. I would like to ask for an attorney. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. I'm acting ballsy now, but I think that I would crack so quickly in this situation. I think in this situation I would be like, everything. It's like, never mind. They're gonna be like, no, you cannot have it. You may not have a matcha latte. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna tell you everything. I think I would crack like an egg. I would like to speak to my McDonald's employee. I would crack like an egg. Like seriously, no, I don't think I'm strong-willed. I don't think I'm smart enough to do this. I'll be like, nope. It was open, I swear. It's all her.
Come on, bro.
She's in her basement all the fucking time, that weirdo.
It's full of shit. And matter of fact, check them cameras. Y'all got crime scene investigation.
No, so I will not have the matcha. Okay, I will. Listen, if they told me I'm not gonna have matcha latte, I'll be like, okay, I'm about to start singing. I'm about to start singing.
Who's that?
Everything.
Follow up on what I'm telling y'all.
That's what we're trying to do.
Shit. At the end of the day,
they have found Intan Kun. No. Oh. I'm like, oh dear. Oh dear. Didn't you know? I can explain. I can explain. But first matcha latte, and if I get matcha latte, then I need a lawyer. If I don't, oops. Oi. Right.
I would expect people to act on common sense anyway.
The cops have realized that they're definitely not getting anything out of him for now. He's told his side of the story and
Just
made
get
it
a
clear
lawyer.
that it
Oh my
won't be
God.
changing, no matter what they say. So, as is the protocol here, the detectives decide to leave the room and spend some time outside trying to come up with their next move.
Wait. I'm gonna guess. Oh, wait.
This is also off.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna guess what's gonna happen next. They're gonna leave, and another cop is gonna come back who is gonna play the good cop. Like, he's gonna be like, oh, do you want something to drink? Can I offer you, like, is there anything that you need? I'm so sorry that we're keeping you here for so long. You know, I'm betting this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like a third cop, or one of them is gonna come back and be like, hey, I'm so sorry that most likely it's gonna be a different cop, a different detective, and he's gonna start asking like, oh, are you cold? You know, like, I'm so sorry that it's, you know, like, you've been sitting here for so long, like, they're questioning you. We just want to get to the bottom of this, you know, like, if there's anything you need, let us know, you know. And then he's gonna start saying,
Often done, as it gives the suspect time alone in the room to sit and build up anxiety.
Yeah, that too.
In many cases, it can actually be the difference between breaking through a suspect or not.
Yeah.
But in this case, Kirk literally just shut his eyes and went to sleep.
Nice.
This dude really does not care.
How about bad cop, bad cop? Listen, Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, and I'll be like, I am not winning this. It's like, I thought we were doing bad cop, bad cop. I wanted to one-up you. It's like, what? There's no such thing. The bad cop is with arsenic.
However, it seems as though the detectives couldn't come up with their next step and decided that nothing was going to make this guy budge.
Nope.
The next time a detective returned, it was regarding the security of Kirk's belongings that had been left in his hotel room. Even though he hasn't been convicted yet, he was still the prime suspect of this investigation. So he'd be spending some time in jail while they figured out what to do and gathered all the evidence they could. So they just had to figure out what to do with his stuff while he was locked up. But obviously, Kirk refused to let them touch his stuff and just let the hotel deal with it. Kirk was facing a possible sentence of up to 15 years in prison plus a $10,000 fine, plus any charges they could slap him with for the battery. That's only if they could gather enough evidence, though. Evidence they absolutely were not getting from Kirk, or the blocked security footage that was the only evidence the crime even took place.
Yeah, you can't really see who it is, so...
So just after 48 hours in jail, DeBaby was released and sent on his way. Just 2 months later, all charges were dropped, and he remained a free man. But Jeff Pearson's story...
Okay, so this one we saw it, so we can skip through this guy, because he's a Chad. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, next one. Okay, so this one? Alright, David Wright.
Right on the 17th of February 2019,
no AA, no
when
AAA.
he and his friend Christopher headed to a drug deal at 3:40 a.m. But this was no ordinary drug deal. It was actually a setup for a robbery on both sides.
Oh,
David demanded his buyers hand over.
Wait, is this like one of those Spider-Man memes? Like pointing like on both sides. Wait, it was a robbery on both sides? Both of them went out there to rob each other? Hold up. What? Excuse me? Yeah, so they just like met up and then be like, you. Like, keep your, I don't know, like, oh, heads up, we're robbing, you're being robbed. And then the other guys are like, heads up, you're being robbed. I was like, wait, what? Hey. Wait, we are robbing the same place? Dude, we could have carpooled. Yeah, it's like, we could have done this together. Oh my god, okay.
Over their belongings, to which they responded by pepper spraying Chris and running. Seconds later, David drew a revolver from his waist and fired a single shot into Raul Quadros' chest, killing him instantly. David and Chris fled the scene and buried the revolver in a field, and went about their nights confident there was no way they could be caught. But unfortunately, they were almost immediately identified through multiple cameras around the area. Everything went down.
Oh, so they
David
are
was
guilty.
brought in 2 days later, but still believed the cops would never find him guilty, and that his extraordinary intellect would carry him through the case. How wrong he was.
So, like I said, I mean, it's already been in the media. 4 people have been arrested. It's not like we don't know what happened to some extent, but there's always more
do you now?
That we don't know from every single party, right? Everybody has a little piece of the puzzle. We don't necessarily get the truth from everybody. So I would like to hear from you what happened.
Well, I have no clue. I'm just now hearing about this. So,
I mean, the whole, I don't know what you're talking about, is kind of out the door at this point. I got several people who've already identified
is it now?
You're identified on video. So it's not a question of that you were there.
Show me the video.
It's more a question of.
I mean, okay, I know that he's actually guilty. Like, this guy is actually guilty. He actually did it. But yeah, show me the video. You have evidence? Okay, great. Called my attorney. Show me the video. Show me the evidence.
What led up
Why
to
are we
this,
sitting here?
'cause I don't think this is what was actually supposed to happen, right? So you're just gonna play that you have no idea what happened because you weren't there.
Yes.
I was not. No.
Not only was David identified by multiple people through CCTV footage, but he also had no alibi, and Facebook messages were recovered discussing details of the alleged drug deal. David was there at the time of the murder. The detective is just trying to uncover the details of exactly what happened. And
Jarvis, show me the evidence.
why. But David is having none of it and has a plan to outplay the detectives.
He's got a plan.
It's not helpful to you, really,
He has a plan.
to just be quiet and not say anything.
A lot of
what I
voice.
have are people who are looking out for themselves because they don't want to catch charge. So they're going to dime you off. They're not looking out for you.
So you believe somebody that's going to tell you that somebody else did something to save their own ass?
Well, with all the additional evidence, yes.
I've been out of jail.
Tsunohanashi, thank you so much for being here. Wait, did I read it correctly? Tsunohanashi, yeah. I have to go now. Bye, Sona. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We're just gonna finish up this one, and yeah, we're done for today. But yeah,
For all of a week and a half.
let's finish
I
the
spent
video.
Almost every minute of it with my girlfriend. As for did I plan to kill anybody? Did I kill anybody? No, I didn't.
So when I look at the GPS on your phone, it's not going to tell me that. It's going to tell me you were with your girlfriend.
Yeah. No, you're gonna.
Over at Jack in the Box.
It should.
And the only reason you might tell me that is because maybe you didn't take your phone.
Or maybe somebody else had my phone. It's been known to happen.
That ain't
Quite
true.
often,
Fair
actually.
enough.
My phone has been
stolen.
I left it in one person's car, and it took me a day and a half to get it back.
When was that?
That was earlier in the week, and then I let somebody use my phone. They were supposed to just go to 7-Eleven to go meet somebody that was selling something to an offer up.
Why are you talking?
And they had
Lawyer.
at least 7
Lawyer
other
up.
things that they had to
Lawyer
do
up.
between
Attorney.
then
What the fuck?
and when they got back to the house.
What day was that?
I don't remember.
And who was that?
I don't know.
That was the guy that goes by Memphis. It's a nickname. I think his first name's Joe. Black guy.
David's only current alibi and defense is that maybe somebody else had his phone and was at the drug deal instead. He also backs up his story by saying he doesn't remember exactly which day everything occurred on, something that can't directly be proven or disproven.
Yeah, that's
However,
true.
for this to be true, that person with his phone would also have to dress exactly the same as David, have access to his Facebook account, and according to his...
Whoa. Okay. If the perpetrator had his phone, the phone could have been logged into the Facebook account. So it's not really, this is not really like, perpetrator used David's, so had access to David's Facebook account. Yeah. If the perpetrator has his phone and David has Facebook app installed and logged in, then yeah, you have access to someone's social media. Yeah, absolutely. But he did it, so
his own description of the perp changed the color of
Memphis.
his skin.
What is this, Zombieland? I mean, wait, so what would be my nickname? Taiwan, or I guess.
It's not looking too likely.
You know why you're here and what's going on. I mean, at this point, you're literally the last person we've talked to. And the only person that has an allegiance to you is Chris. I mean, obviously, people are not going to be shy about telling us who was there.
That would be
and who
my
did
nickname,
what.
yes.
And plus, we have video. There's video at the Chevron. There's video at the Shell. You know that we have all your co-suspects under arrest. All I want from you is a reason. I understand what happened. I just need to know why.
The only person I know you have under arrest is Chris.
Okay. We have Cody under arrest. And we have Tannehill. What's his name? Ray. He's in custody as well.
By the way, Tannehill. That's a nice last name. I don't know why, but it sounds very nice. Tannehill. Well, side
his
note.
car.
Just
the car that was used.
liking the
car
name.
That was at Chevron in our impound. They are all under arrest. Chris is under arrest because we viewed messages on the phones that organized picking you up. Those same messages from you to Cody. We have them on their phone. We've already viewed them. We have the Facebook communications between Chris and Brianna setting up the deal that happened where you guys showed up at the Chevron and walked down. This is how this plays out. Your girlfriend's going to be dumb enough to provide you an alibi on a murder charge. And then she's going to get roped up in a murder as an accessory.
I mean, yeah.
If you care about that person, you have just set her up for failure. And if you want your girlfriend jammed up because you just set her up for it, then that's your choice.
You know, you can't threaten me with jamming her up.
It's not a threat, man. I'm just telling you how it plays out. Like, I'm going to go talk to her, and
he's gonna go, I was about to break up with her anyway. So I never really liked her. Like, oh.
She's going to be dumb enough to lie for you. When I got video evidence that you weren't with her. Like, dude, I get it. Like, you had a quick come up, right? I get it. I don't think you were a stone cold killer. I don't. Like, if you accidentally shot the dude because you flinched or you got scared.
Yeah, like I guess like he has a girlfriend or something. I don't know. Like I know that there were, well, I mean, the 4 people were involved in this deal. Like both of them went there to rob each other, and then 2 of them lost clearly. And yeah, he killed with his accomplice. He killed one of them. I don't know how the girlfriend plays into this. Apparently he has a girlfriend. Maybe she like, tries to give him an alibi.
Come up with that stuff later, nobody is going to believe a word you say.
How the f would somebody accidentally shoot somebody?
Because if your finger's on the trigger, it's called a sympathetic reflex. It happens to police officers all the time.
I think that's a term that's been come up with just to cover their asses for shooting people.
Well, you can try to make it about that. I'm talking about you.
Alberto, hi!
Never shot anybody.
There is a lot of merit for staying silent in an interrogation like this. In fact, in most cases, it's usually the best course of action, coupled with asking for a lawyer as soon as possible. But here, David is trying to outright deny any association with the case, even though he's been directly—
That's not, yeah, like, don't say that. Just say, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I want a lawyer, I'm not answering any questions, I don't know, I plead the 5th.
linked to it through multiple sources. All he's doing now is making it worse on himself and
but it's
those
okay.
around
Thank you so
him.
much for tuning in.
His ego is telling him otherwise.
Where do I go from here?
Dude.
And you're the police officer, reverse roles. You're the cop. You're sitting over here trying to figure out if this dude has any remorse for what he did or if he's just worried about getting in trouble. How would you proceed?
I'm not worried about getting in trouble. I didn't do shit.
I'll just be upfront with you. We got Cody's phone. The one that shows your phone number and your address and the communications between you two. Like, I have it. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just laying it out for you because that's
Just because I met up with somebody doesn't mean that I went with them to go do something.
This seemingly plain statement actually carries more weight to it than you might realize. The detective presented David with a piece of concrete evidence that he's saying puts him dead to rights, to which he responds by confirming he had indeed met with Cody, but it went no further than that. Again, it seems like nothing, but now that detectives know this tactic works on David, they can attempt to use the wealth of other evidence they have.
Okay, so this guy is not that smart.
have to slowly extract a full confession from him.
Well, he did do.
So when
he
did
did
you
do
meet
it.
up with
So
1, 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
On what day?
Maybe Saturday or Sunday.
Okay. Where did you meet him?
Over by my house.
Okay. And who was with him?
That I don't know.
Was he alone?
When I met up with him, yes.
So why did you meet up with the dude that you didn't know?
Why are you answering questions?
Because my friend Chris
Why are you
had asked me
answering?
Okay.
He got found out. Yeah, I think he got got.
Well, he had tried to proposition me for a handgun.
Why are you talking?
Okay.
So.
Did he say why?
Stop talking.
So you guys meet up, you have this conversation, then what happens?
Not that I'm rooting for the suspect, because this guy, in this case, like he did actually commit the crime. So I'm not rooting for him, but stop talking.
He leaves.
How did he
Attorney.
leave? Well, I walked back to my house and he walked back to it.
He's mixing both truth and lies. Yeah, I think he's trying to, well, he's trying to outsmart them, but I don't know. Like right now, he's just kind of digging a hole for himself. Like
whatever vehicle he was in.
Okay. Why did you
maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
You think that might be important that the guy under arrest for murder came to your house looking for a gun?
Well, if I had given him a gun, then I think that would be important.
Well, it shows his intent. I mean, of course it's relevant to the case, right?
People buy guns for all sorts of reasons, man.
Yeah, but in this instance, there was a murder. So they went on their way. Just the Cody dude, and did you actually talk to the other guy in the car? How does he know who you are then?
Maybe my name was mentioned when they were coming to meet me.
But he didn't see you.
Unless he seen me when he was parked.
But you didn't see the car.
I didn't look for the car. Unless I'm coming to meet somebody at their vehicle, I don't ask what vehicle they're in.
Well, that's not. And again, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to insult you, but that's not very smart. You're meeting somebody to sell guns, and you're not going to watch around you to see where they come and go.
He was referred to me by somebody that I trust.
Okay.
Not sponsored.
Would still be on my 6.
So you clearly have a general distrust of the police. Is that fair to say?
Just don't say anything.
Almost everybody.
Being honest with you about the information that we have, trying to give you an opportunity. And I mean, you've already said flat out you don't believe that he has that information. But I mean, with everything he's told you, you have to know that what he's telling you is true.
Well, whatever you have, you've got from people that may not necessarily be giving you information for the best of reasons. So
take the people out of this. Take them out. Who cares about the people? We've got other stuff. Communications and all those types of things. The video. So it's not just that people are telling us this. We're not relying 100% on people. If we did that, we'd be
I mean,
stupid, right?
At least
I
in
like
this
to think
case, they
I'm
do
not
have
that
evidence.
dumb.
But
You take a totality of everything that we have, we know you're involved. And for you to sit here and just say that you don't have anything to do with it doesn't make any sense.
I think that you guys have me confused with somebody else.
This interview has now been going on for over 40 minutes, and almost no progress has been made.
Loving the cop's little jabs like, bruh, your girlfriend's gonna be dumb when she offers an alibi and you're dumb for doing this meeting. Yeah, like they do say some things. They're like, oh, well, your girlfriend's gonna be dumb if she like tries to cover your ass with like an alibi. Like, oh, she's gonna be an accessory then. Which, yeah, I mean, they are right in this case. Like the other cops were not as smart. Especially the Jeff guy, like they were just very, very textbook, like, oh, trying to get him to talk, trying to make him comfortable, trying to like say that, oh, we have evidence, we have it on tape. And he's like, well, where's the evidence? Where is it? These guys actually have something. These guys, because he actually did it. And Hawaiian says, Hawaiian fruit punch. Oh, by the way, cute username. Yes, where would Fearsona be without jump scares? I mean, where would this channel be?
Forcing him into a corner with evidence doesn't seem to be working, and neither does running through the events of the night.
I mean, he is still holding
even
up.
Explaining why what he's doing is a bad idea
Still
for
holding
him.
up.
So instead, the detectives almost completely switch up and begin to threaten him with the consequences of his actions on his own
another textbook.
friends.
Dude, you're not this guy. You know.
Oh my god, this is also so textbooks. Like, you're not this person. You're not a bad person.
You're not this guy. If you were, this conversation would be different.
Yeah, I'm obviously not this guy.
I'm not your guy.
I meant the dick that is letting everybody else go down for him. I meant that type of guy. That's not you.
So textbook.
You have a reputation as being a stand-up dude.
I think that whatever those guys did, that leads to you believing that they were accomplices and accessories and everything like that,
yeah,
would be their own fault if they fucking hang for it.
Really? Even though,
I mean,
hypothetically, you're the person who pulled the trigger? So even though somebody else pulls the trigger,
nice.
You're good with those
hypothetically.
Guys
Yeah, but he's
down.
not buying it.
Your
He's
homie
not buying
Chris,
it.
you're good with him going down. And I get it. You know what I mean? Allegiance to these other two dudes. I understand.
Fuck the people. me in the interrogation room. Fuck everyone. People are assholes. It's like, oh, you would let people go down with you? Maybe. I mean, listen, if I can't get my matcha latte, everyone here is going down. You, everyone here. She says that in the empty room. I mean, I would. Oh my god. Yeah, probably. I would be ballsy in an empty room, and then they come in like, I did it. Okay, fine. I didn't do nothing, but okay. I love it. After world. Oh god. No one's safe. No one's safe.
Getting 20 years off of what you did. You're good with that?
If you guys have him orchestrating and setting up something like that, then that's an thing.
It's his own fault that you shot somebody. It's his own fault that you didn't do things the right way. That's his fault.
I see myself saying that. Yeah, their own damn fault.
Okay.
Oh, oi.
You know you're gonna read this, right? I mean, he's gonna have disclosure.
Has You're Not That Guy ever worked? I mean, it did work. No, it does work. It does work. But it works in it does work in very specific circumstances. We saw this in the other video. So the girl who works at a bank. If you were there, you know what I'm talking about. If you were not there, you can go over to my other reaction video. I reacted to, I believe like, oh, people, like women trying to seduce police officers. I think that was the video. And there was, that was the one. Like when suspects tries to seduce the officer. So there was one video where the girl, she's like in a red shirt or something, but was she in a red shirt? I think. But she was, she was working at a bank and she kind of embezzled money from her clients, and then her boyfriend like killed them, and she was trying to like seduce the police officer in the interrogation room, and then eventually like she cracked when the detective started saying like, you're not a bad person, right? Like you don't want to be a bad person. Like you're a good employee and you really like those clients, didn't you like them? And she started cracking like an egg. She was just like, yep, I like them. And like, oh, I didn't want them dead. And I didn't know what he was doing. I had no idea, like that kind of thing. So it did work. It does depend on the circumstances. It depends on how the person, like how desperate the person is and like what the situation is. And this girl was just like, yeah, like she wasn't crack. She wasn't really like strong-minded, yeah, she wasn't really set on that. Like she didn't want to be the accessory to the murder or anything. She was in the end. She was involved, but
it's fine. I'd much rather not see my friend get in trouble, but if by you saying
I would rather not see my friend get in trouble, but if, that means I get in trouble, fuck that guy.
You guys want me to tell you that I did something that I didn't do.
Fuck that guy.
I don't want you to tell me that you did something you didn't do. That's not what I want.
Oh, my best friend?
To what you did do.
I'll visit him in prison.
It's not a question that you did.
If it wasn't a question, you wouldn't be sitting here trying to get me to admit to something I didn't do.
I would, because it's the right thing to do. You may not trust the police, but I don't want to jam up all these other dudes on a murder one charge for something you did, because it's not right in my mind that other people go down for something that serious.
Fuck the people.
Off of what somebody else did. So I do care about that. That's why I'm talking to you.
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy.
I'm gonna give him that. I'm not saying I don't care about him. I'm saying that you're talking to the wrong guy. Because I'm gonna give him that. He is, staying at least like, staying consistent with the I didn't do it.
I didn't do shit.
I didn't do it.
That's
not
what innocent people say.
Wait, Archetype says the cops will just pour matcha latte to the sink to get a confession out of Sona. Oh my god. Oh my god. If they stood there, they came into the interrogation room with a matcha latte and there's a sink, and they just like in front of me, they start pouring it out, I'll be like, no. No, stop it. This is torture. Fine. I'll tell you everything. I was born in a little small village in Poland. We were poor. I had to go to school, walk to school like 20 miles in the snow, fight a polar bear, the same polar bear every single day. I'm gonna tell you everything. I would start from the beginning. I would absolutely start from the beginning. Everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything.
Innocent people that actually give a
Yeah, no. You know how many people I've had in that chair, man? Thousands.
Damn.
You don't give a,
Did you wipe it with like rubbing alcohol?
Enjoy your time. I don't care. Then I don't have any hard feelings for you. I'm just
Talks to them like it's therapy. Hey, you wanted me to tell you everything. The moment the cops start pouring out matcha latte and saying, tell us everything, I'm like, okay, fine. I was born at 6. I believe my mom says I was born at 6:15 p.m. on a Friday, June 19th. And it was in this and this little city in Poland. Actually, my mom went into labor, and the local hospital didn't have a gynecology department. They didn't have a delivery room, so they actually had to take her to another. This is true story, by the way. This is a true story. I had to my mom had to be taken to a different hospital in a different town. So yeah, I would start just saying everything. I'd be like, yep. And then in 1st grade, I got run over by a bicycle. So I was Chong from what? Goonies when he got caught. What? Oh, Chong. Oh, from the Goonies. So not Lord. Oh God, I hope that if thousands of people were sitting in this chair, I do sincerely hope that they wiped it down with rubbing alcohol.
I'll move on to my next case. I just want you to know this isn't about you. This isn't personal.
Matcha latte is my kryptonite. Yeah, and my strength.
I think you're being...
What a paradox, isn't it?
So, with that said, you agree that there's nothing more to say, right?
If you don't want to talk to me, there isn't.
Well, I don't want to talk to somebody that's going to keep on calling me a liar.
I have yet to call you a liar.
You've made the implication that I'm lying to you.
Because you are. But there's a difference between calling someone a liar and pointing out inaccuracies in their story. There's a big difference. One is disrespectful. The other is not. Have I been disrespectful to you? Have I been disrespectful to you?
Well, you did call him not smart, and you told him that his girlfriend is gonna be dumb.
Insulted you or come at you hard or done anything other than...
You called me a liar. Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
You were lying.
I'm not lying.
Do you not
I mean, yeah, you are.
That you lied to me in this?
So is it an insult to call someone a liar if they are, in fact, lying?
Interview.
Where did I...
Food for thought.
About meeting up with Cody. About being home, not going out at all. And then now you periodically are going out. Would you not...
Yeah, his story changed. His story changed. No,
I don't go farther than a couple blocks from my house. On foot to meet somebody very quickly and come back.
Okay. That's not what you told me.
Yeah, his story is changing. He shouldn't have talked. He shouldn't have said anything.
I don't leave my house. I was home all weekend with my girlfriend. It's on tape, man. There ain't no secret.
Dude, I've got to walk my dog. Of course I leave the house. Periodic.
Okay.
But as for did I go anywhere?
So you were never at Casino in Evergreen, anywhere near there within 3 or 4 blocks Saturday night. I just want to make sure that we have this.
Don't talk. Stop talking.
Sunday. How far is the Starbucks on Evergreen?
Which Starbucks?
The one on 75th.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that.
Okay, yeah, then no, I wasn't.
Okay. So you're at the Starbucks on 75th?
Earlier in the evening, yeah, like 8 or 9 o'clock, something like that.
Well, that's not
home. Getting matcha latte.
I don't even get a smile out of that one. I didn't get you on that one. I feel like I got you on that.
Blatantly caught in a lie. It might not seem like it yet, but David is starting to get uncomfortable. If it's not been obvious throughout the whole...
Also, the fingies. He's kind of... Yeah, David's afraid of looking unintelligent. He's kind of see, he's getting nervous. His fingers are kind of moving erratically. He's kind of twirling his fingers. Wait, is that the word? Twirling? I guess. Well, anyway, yeah, he's starting, even though he's sitting up straight, even though this position doesn't change, you can tell he started, at first his hands were relaxed, so that's nervous. Twiddling.
The only thing he cares about
twirl is in ballet in tutus.
Out is his own ego.
Twiddle is
so now that's been damaged, he's immediately on the back foot.
Yeah, now he's
and
nervous.
It's up to the detective to keep pushing and try to get him to move just that little bit further.
Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Who?
Another woman.
Who's that?
Oh, cheating.
I'm not gonna tell you that because she'd be very upset.
Yeah, but it's a homicide. They can help prove that you weren't involved.
God, dude, lawyer.
Because if you're with her, right, that gets my timeline tighter. So you're with her from 8 to when?
Not very long.
So you don't
half hour at most.
So you don't want to tell me?
Oh God, he stopped. Okay, he cracked. He cracked.
Okay.
Ay, 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 ay,
Were you in
ay.
a car?
Twiddle-dee,
You're on
twiddle,
foot?
twiddle-dum.
I rode my bicycle.
To 75th? Then how'd you get home?
On a
I got
bicycle.
a ride from her with
Oh,
my
wait.
bicycle in the back of her SUV.
Oh,
So there was a
okay.
car. Did I get you there? I feel like I got you there too.
Ah!
Yeah,
Saturday
I appreciate it.
night,
I'm just
Sunday
looking for
morning.
honesty, man. I mean, at this point, I
Oh, he's
feel
twiddling his
comfortable. You have lied to me
fingies.
several times. I'm looking
He is
for
twiddling
honesty
his fingies.
so that I can rule you out.
If you asked where I was Saturday night,
And the
Sunday
egg starts
morning,
cracking. He cracked like an egg.
So
He is
Sunday
cracking like an
morning,
egg.
late Saturday night
Yeah.
doesn't cover 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, okay. So. then
Oh
let's rewind.
God.
So Saturday morning to 8 o'clock.
I can hear the cracking sounds.
Most of the time,
Just
at home.
Can you just lay it out for me? Why do
Sound
I gotta
effects.
like pull it out of you? Like, just I'm asking where you were, man, so I can rule you
Oh,
out.
yeah.
For the first time in an hour he's been
moves.
sat in the interrogation room, David moves his hand from his lap and adjusts
To
his cap.
wipe off his-
hands have also been moving around
Yeah.
very slightly and he's been stuttering over his words. His ego has been properly bruised,
Yeah.
and he's starting to get very
Oy.
uncomfortable. If provoked, narcissists such as David are likely to suddenly snap in an instinctive effort to prove that they are smart and in control, but often give up all the
Oy,
information the
oy,
cops
oy.
need to catch them dead to rights. So the detective keeps up his no-nonsense direct questions to try and get him to crack.
Crack.
only places-
Cracking.
Then I go, usually, to go to 7-Eleven,
Okay.
the little Asian
Stop.
market, if, you know, we need tubes and tobacco for rolling cigarettes, but that's not very often.
Okay.
Walgreens,
Yeah. But Saturday, did you go to those places? I don't need to know where you generally go. I need to know where you went Saturday.
I probably went to 7-Eleven at some point.
Any idea what time?
I go when I need something or want something.
I understand, but that's why I'm asking. Like, any time?
Ay, oy.
Do you remember wanting or needing something on Saturday?
Sorry, that's me. I'm
No,
eating
I
crackers.
don't, because I don't feel
Ooh,
like I
getting hot. Getting sweaty.
To track
Are you hot? Are you
every
feeling
one of
hot?
my movements and shit like that because I don't need to have a Loctite schedule of what I'm doing and where I'm going. As long as I'm at DOC on Thursdays between 1 and 3, and I make my appointments with Ideal Options, then it doesn't seem like a big deal to me where I go.
Okay, unless you're being charged with murder, and it kind of is a big deal, right?
Yeah, but if I don't pay attention to and keep track of these things, how
Yeah,
the
he
f-
is
am I
getting
gonna tell you
nervous.
where I was
He is getting
without
nervous.
lying to you then because I don't know exactly when I was there.
He was so calm at the beginning, didn't even move. His hands were not moving, right? Like he was very relaxed. Now, not only did he like fix his cap, twiddle his fingers, he's feeling hot because, yeah, he's getting nervous.
Yeah, I would try.
Yeah,
If they
sweating.
can rule you out as a suspect in a homicide,
Nervous
I would
sweats.
try.
Yeah, well, where I was Saturday during the day has no bearing on where I was Saturday night, Sunday morning.
It does.
Oh, and he's
Absolutely.
changing his position.
Because I can show you wearing different clothes. Or I can show you wearing the same clothes. Right? That's pretty important. Do you agree? I can show that you were with somebody else and not with
Why
these people.
did you not
People change
call
their
for an
clothes.
attorney?
People meet other people.
Oh, no
It's
question.
just ego. Ego.
But if I'm chipping away at that time,
Ego got him.
right? It
Yeah,
can
the signs are there.
be exculpatory for you, meaning that it excludes you as a suspect.
I know, my vernacular is very good.
Sweet.
So, you don't have to explain your words to me.
But dude, you can act like you're upset about that. You're not. So let's move past it.
The fact that you're talking to me like I'm a child,
You're
or
not.
that I'm
I'm
fucking
not
a
talking to
liar,
you like a
is
child.
fucking upsetting.
What did I? how
Oh,
did I
he's
talk to you like a
cracking.
child?
Oh, he's
Tell me
cracking.
when.
You
I think
have
I've
to
been.
explain a word that you're using to me.
Most people don't know what that word means. I
Well, most people are
apologize.
fucking idiots.
Okay, you
Oh!
can pretend you're getting upset
Oi.
about it, but you're really not.
Oi,
No,
oi.
what I'm
Trying
getting
to
upset
divert
about
away
is you
from
call
what
me a
we're talking
liar.
about. Because you lied. You lied. No, I
Oh,
actually think I
he's
called
feeling
you a liar. I
insulted.
did say you lied, but I don't think I actually
Ego
called you
and
a liar.
ego.
So I'll call it to you now, so we can just move
The
past
egg is
it.
cracking.
You are a liar. You have
It is
lied.
cracking.
Do you want to tell me what happened or not?
He's
Couldn't
getting
tell you 'cause
defensive.
I don't know.
Fair enough. We'll end up close the tape out for you right now.
Should have done that a long time ago when I said the conversation was over.
Okay. Whatever you say, partner.
And so it seems the conversation truly was over, as from then on, David refused to even say another word, choosing not to exercise his perfect vernacular anymore. And predictably, he didn't last long in court. Given that he made no attempts to defend himself or cooperate with detectives, he was faced with the maximum possible sentence. David was also already a convicted felon with charges of arson, burglary, vehicle theft, and 35 other misdemeanors dating all the way back to 1999. So, in October of 2020, 33-year-old David Wright was sentenced to 40 years in prison without the possibility of parole.
Oh, without the possibility of parole. Oh, snap. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's gonna... he got. Okay. Wow. Wow, that turned around. That quickly spiraled. Okay, you guys, that's it for today. I think this was the last one. That's good. This is a good place to stop. You guys, thank you so much for sitting through the videos with me. It was very interesting. It was very interesting to see some of them succeed. Some of them definitely did not succeed, and kind of like they started confident, but then it just cracked from there. So much for outsmarting them. Yeah, like this one failed. This one definitely failed, but the other ones did quite a good job, right? Like Jeff, amazing, because he was innocent and they were trying to get him, you know, like just got a gotcha moment, but they didn't. So Jeff is living his best life, and I'm glad that he turned his life around and he's doing much better. Also, Kureha, thank you so much for this soup. I have conflicting thoughts. I would love to watch Sona react to more JCS, etc., but I also love to hear Sona's take in her own video as well. Oh god, my own video, reacting to my own videos? Are you insane? I'm gonna, yeah, like that's I think I'm gonna cringe too much. I think at my voice, like I can't hear it. I can't listen to my own voice for some reason. But thank you so much for sitting through this with me, and I will see you guys on Patreon, over on Patreon on Saturday evening, so 6 p.m. Pacific time. We do have a new wallpaper. Just a reminder, there is a new secret wallpaper that just dropped for my gold, platinum, ruby, and diamond tiers, and there is an NSFW version for platinum, ruby, and diamond tier Patreons. But I'm gonna see you in the bonus stream, for the bonus stream on Saturday with with Patreon members. It's gonna be another case, so you guys, we're gonna be covering another case, and then on Sunday, wait, is it on Sunday? Wait, did I mix it up? Hold up, because I might have mixed up my my own schedule. Let me double check, because I feel like I did mix it up. I did mix it up. It's not on Saturday, it's Friday. Sorry, Friday evening Patreon stream. So Friday, Patreon case. Sunday, another furry crime. So crimes committed in the furry community. It's gonna be another one of those. So you guys are gonna see Fearsona, not Fearsona, Fearsona. But yeah, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Fearsona. Thank you so much, and follow me on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, follow me right now, because I do post a lot of updates there. I post like just different stuff, right? Like I post about my Patreon stuff. I post about the wallpapers, artworks. I do post about my VGen stuff, so you can see what I draw and just other things, and just like my shenanigans, so you can check it out. My Twitter is FearsOnaVT. That's it. Is it Friday in Taiwan? Today it's Friday in Taiwan, yes. Wait, is it? Am I? No, it's Thursday. Oh, I'm so wrong. Jesus, I have the time zones completely wrong. But today is Thursday in Taiwan. So currently Thursday morning. So I'll see you guys on Friday evening Pacific time, PST. Yeah. So Friday evening Pacific time, that's Patreon stream. And then Sunday evening Pacific time is YouTube stream. Okay, thank you so much. I'm gonna be working on some cases. I'm gonna be working on cases behind the scenes, but also on, stuff for the 3D debut. That's why I only have 3 streams this week, because I'm trying to like kind of catch up on things. And I think it's gonna be, it might be like that for the next couple of weeks. Just like 3-4 streams a week, because I have so many things to prepare, and I'm like kind of working on so many different things, including the lore video, including like putting it together, including recording, including like collabs, and preparing for some collabs, and preparing for the 3D stuff. But yeah, Thank you so much again. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you guys. Stay safe out there. Always look your doors and windows, or always call for a lawyer in an interrogation room. Whether or not you're guilty, just call for an attorney. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Just sit there and be like, I will not be answering any questions. I would like to see a lawyer. That's it. But yeah, stay safe out there. Always lock your doors and windows. Bury your hexes. Until the next time. Bye. Joshua, thank you so much for the super chat. Jesus, I can't speak anymore. Remember to take breaks on us. See you later. Thank you. I will take breaks. Also, I do have a fun fact. Well, it's more of a fun story. So apparently there was this guy, Don Carcos. He was a World War II veteran, and he was blinded in his right eye when he was hit by shrapnel. But then years later, like decades later, he regained his eyesight because a horse headbutted him. So a pedigree racehorse headbutted him, and he just got his eyesight back. So story time. That's pretty incredible. That's pretty amazing story, isn't it? Also, Jose, thank you so much for this stuff. Be careful not to burn yourself out, Sona. Don't worry. I'm taking breaks. I'm taking my time, but I'm also, you know, working on stuff. Also, Pitaco, hi! You just came in when I'm finishing the stream, but thank you so much. Also, did you guys know that ketchup, the word ketchup, actually comes from a Chinese dialect? It comes from like Hokkien Chinese word, which is like, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but ketchup, I think. And that's the name of a sauce derived from fermented fish, and then it became ketchup. So that's it. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.